I'm here. I'm definitely here right now. I got here in time.
You need more of a wind down to the ending, so we don't all get caught unawares. This was my pre-show shot. Cheers. Listen. Everybody complaining that this was late. Okay, I just remember at the end of I was just streaming with my Baron like an hour ago, and everybody was like, I was like, oh, we'll take a 30-minute break and then creative block will start. And you know when I say 30 minutes, that actually means 50 or like an hour because it's me. But thank you for your patience. I apologize. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the creative block. Hi. We're bringing the hat game back. Yeah.
Well, I couldn't find my freaking wizard hat, so it's either birthday princess or my special what is it? My special please be patient I'm vaccinated hat that I got during COVID. 100% custom. I think this might be the only one of these that exists in the world, but yeah, it's my special time hat.
That's great.
Chat can decide which I wear. Do you want birthday princess? And this is the one I bought from Rainy's birthday stream, where I graciously gifted her a bottle of rum that I had to drink.
You just had to drink, but you
weren't here.
We discovered after you gifted me the bottle of rum that you live in a different country, so there was no way for me to get it. We didn't think of that. That was a shocking revelation to us. So you had to drink it in my stead. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah. So, Rainy's here. I'm here. Obviously, the two.
We have a new guest.
We
have a new member.
Yeah. I think Noel said he's late, and we've kind of had to replace somebody.
Yeah, unfortunately, as you all saw on last week's show, unfortunately Phil has met his demise. So this is.
Oh yeah, it was his funeral. Only last week was his funeral.
It was just last week. Yeah, I know. Time flies. We miss you so much. Yeah. So hello, Bane. For joining, thank you for joining.
Yes, I'm Bane.
There's no way you're gonna mute and unmute that during the entire fucking show. Every time you speak, El Differente Personi.
You know nothing of the darkness.
Well, so the voice modulator echoes us if we speak at the same time. It's the most annoying shit ever.
Yeah, go on. Let us speak.
By it.
No, wait. No, turn it on. Turn it on. Turn your mic on for a sec. So, can't hear me right now. Now, Irene, try and talk.
Hello. It echoes me because my voice is higher. This fucking voice thing just hates me.
Oh, we just lost all the viewers. We just lost 20 viewers. You had to go.
Come back, don't leave. Anyways, I apologize. For being late. But yeah, we are.
Welcome, El Differente Persona.
Welcome, Mr. Differente.
We got another Mexican.
Show.
We had to make. Huh?
We had to replace our half Mexican with another Mexican. It was only right because we're dedicated to cultural diversity here. You guys know
exactly. If we replace Irene, we have to get another woman. When we replace Phil, we have to get another Mexican. When we replace me, we have to get another really fat guy.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
That's how it works. Yeah.
You're not that
and when we replace Narwhal, we have to get a beaver or something.
Fat representation, Phil. We're gonna take over the world. We're in all the what is it called? Gymnastics Illustrated. What Sports Illustrated?
There Phil you speak of.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, El Differente.
I scared Ronan's
dog. Sorry.
Also, yeah. Once we get into our presentation, we have another guest. It'll be a surprise, but it'll be a while. We're going to go around and talk about our week, as we always do.
Yes.
Catch up a little bit with you guys. So, how was y'all's week?
Yeah.
Jake, how was your week?
My week? God, here we go. I haven't even collected myself. This week I did this. I got something very special touched down in the country. I guess drum roll. Imagine a drum roll, if you will, happening right now. Something that if anyone else on any stream tomorrow reveals they have the same thing, they're totally copying me. This is the original moment where it's happening for the first time. But I did indeed get the C2E2 exclusive Poochie Funko Pop.
The fuck is that?
Hell yeah.
I'm glad.
What's
Differentiate
Poochie?
exactly what this is. Do you not know what Poochie? She doesn't even know what Poochie is.
No, I don't know what anything is.
After he returned to his home planet, the is it Lord Xenu trapped him and locked him away trapped his soul and locked it away in like a volcano. And then thousands of years later, some Funko Pops came out of the volcano in his form.
He's the rockin' dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you
I
really-
don't know
okay.
anything. What do you mean kick
Irene.
me?
Poochie is from The Simpsons. There was an episode where Homer
Oh.
voiced a new character on Itchy and Scratchy called Poochie, and they had to get rid of him. Not unlike someone else on this show. I mean, where did Phil go? Maybe he's back. in
He's
his
the
home
kung
planet,
fu
right?
hippie from Gangster City.
That you might as well have as spoke alien speak. I don't know what any of those things are.
He's the radical third wheel in Itchy and Scratchy.
You collect Funkos?
No, I definitely don't. But this guy doesn't even look like a Funko. Because he hasn't even got the black soulless orb eyes, and it's got a unique head design. So yeah, like, you know.
That's
But yeah,
not
of course,
Funko.
if anyone on any stream tomorrow shows off their similar Simpsons Poochie, total rip off of this bit that I just did.
Okay.
You didn't rip that off.
I'll tell
from
everybody.
Monday's Hardline. You know, he's a
He didn't have it.
Joe Camel and a third Fonzarelli.
Definitely easy to hear what you're saying through the voice modulator. El Differente person. I understood completely what you just said.
No.
I was born this way.
We need to be inclusive. Chris. We need to be inclusive. This is just his voice. We can't. Yeah,
that's
we have
just
to. You can't point out that we can't
Natural.
understand it. We have to be understanding, and it's okay that your voice sounds weird, and it's fine.
That's just an authentic Mexican accent.
Oh my god, we're gonna try to get canceled even harder. Let's get canceled by every part of the internet, all around everybody.
But other
'cause
than
I
the
have no
Poochie
shit left to
shit,
give.
Other than the Poochie shit, I've had fucking scapular pain for fucking 2-3 weeks now, and I've been blasting the shit out of my shoulder with my massager, and it still
What the
hasn't
fuck?
freaking gone. Do you not
My
have one of
sunglasses
these?
are on.
Irene?
What is that? I thought that was one of those. I thought that was a blow dryer. That's one of those like fucking massage dildos. Jake, this is a public stream, sir. That is. Those are those massage dildos.
I guess
That's what they are.
Stop saying massage dildo.
No, say it several more times. If only Camel was here to clip it and use it in the future somehow. But no,
I'm sure he'll find the clip.
Irene,
Yeah.
I think you're referring to my massager, which I
Why
use
do you have that?
She actually doesn't understand. Irene, believe it or not, some massages are actually used for massaging.
I mean, in theory, I suppose.
This isn't a wand like the Hitachi wand, the fabled Hitachi power blaster that's probably like laid waste to like 1 million clitorises worldwide. But like this is people who lift weights usually get pain in their body and have to buff it out, which I'm doing right now.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
That means you're getting results.
Yeah. Oh, I can feel the pain
Self-torture.
leaving my body.
All right. So
there's your problem,
so
Jake. You're not supposed to. You might be a bit backed up. Yeah, I'm backed up all the way to the shoulders. When people say I've had it up to here, I've had it up to at least here by now. Look,
Yes.
It's almost
Differente has one too.
Yeah. Where's yours?
Okay, this
Irene?
is already a complete fucking disaster. Great.
Go get yours.
I'm really
Go
glad.
get yours and show it on stream right now.
Mine seems to be dead though.
Well, you have to charge it.
I forgot to. Oh, wait, it's not.
What is wrong with you guys? Why do you guys both own dildos? What's wrong?
Because we go to the gym and lift big heavy weights like big strong men.
Then just fucking massage your shoulders.
How can
Aren't
I
you
massage my
flexible?
own?
Just do this.
how can I massage? The only equivalent to getting rid of scapular
Look.
pain if you don't have one of these. Yeah, okay. I bet you can really buff out some pent up tension from that position in your own shoulder. No,
Just
it's
like
a hard.
go fucking run into the wall backwards or something. Oh, help.
So you can, if you can get a ball that's similar to this, you
Go-
can put it.
go
You can
upstairs.
put it in a sock, and then you can hang it behind your shoulder, push against a wall, and move up and down, and that will do a similar thing. But modern world, new inventions, new devices, specifically for men. El Differente, the mask slipping. Don't let the mask slip. That's happened too much this week.
No, fix it! No! Your
Okay.
identity must stay secret. New person that I don't know the identity of at all.
You're
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
El Differente.
We're such a fucking mess. Mr. Differente, how was your week, good sir?
Well, it's a long story. Basically, I was imprisoned in a very deep hole due to my father's transgressions, and I was tried and convicted for his crimes while I was in the womb. And then when I was born, I was basically born into this prison.
Oh.
All right.
Wow, I've never heard of this story before.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So when I say I was born in the darkness, I mean it. So I crawled out.
Wow,
of it
what an
this week.
amazing backstory. Well, I'm glad you have taken a break from the darkness to join us here in the light. It's very appreciated.
Yeah,
I
was
feel the
feeling like-
love.
I appreciate it.
Amazing,
That wasn't your week
exciting.
though. That was just like your life story, but
No, that was this week.
cool. Yeah.
That was this week.
He was
Nice
born,
to
he
meet you,
wasn't-
I guess.
He wasn't born yesterday, but he was born a few days ago.
It was, yeah, maybe that was a week. You age very quickly.
Who knows what you'll look
I
like
just-
next week?
Yeah, I assume your week was spent escaping prison, so no worry, and that's why your identity must be secret. No worries, we will help shield you. So my week, how was my week? A blur of work and chaos as usual. Like what is new? I'm planning. Oh my gosh! So I'm streaming for like the rest of the fucking week, basically. I have my show with Allie. I'm gonna be going to the Red Valkyrie auction on Saturday. So Red Valkyrie auction, 4 p.m.
Oh,
That'll be
fuck.
fun. Hell
Forgot
yeah. Yeah, you should stop doing that. So
Keep
Red
forgetting.
Valkyrie auction.
I swear that
Mhm.
last time I was like, Irene, let me know. But you didn't let me know. It's okay. I
I'm
don't want to
letting you
draw anything
know.
and sell for money anyway.
I'm letting you know now. Wait, why is it my job to get you into the auction?
I never know that happening.
You can follow Shay and she'll
I
post
do.
about it.
I do.
Why don't you so you should see her post about it.
The algorithm doesn't let me.
Well, you can contact her. There probably will be vacancies because
Sounds like a lot of excuses, Jake.
I'm adept at
sounds like I
making
shouldn't
them,
be
El
doing your
Differente.
work for you. I'm not your manager.
True. It's true. True.
I'm
So true.
in a bit of a mood today, guys. But it's fine. That's fine, right? But yeah,
It's all right.
I can talk to Shay. You should try to get in the auction. See if there's any openings. Make some money. I'll be
Neat.
there though. 4 p.m. Saturday. Busy week. Got a lot going on. Just trying to catch up on commissions, but also, man. So I've got. It kind of sucks because I've had to put Fiendish 3 on the back burner for like more than a week because I've got like 3 cover commissions that I owe people that I'm working on right now. It's been insane, but at the same time, I'm planning for shows. So you guys have no idea how much I'm juggling on the back end. Like, I made a bunch of new content for the YouTube channel. So you guys who are members have already seen that. I've been releasing stuff early for members. I have like world building content. And the next one that's a video about the species of Fiendish that's going to be public, I think, tomorrow or Saturday. So, and I have a bunch of other videos like that. And some other cool stuff coming up for the channel. But also, I'm preparing for Heroes Con. I'm going to be at Heroes Con next month. June 14th
Ooh.
through 17th, right? It's Father's Day weekend. Just remember Father's Day weekend. And Jake will also be there.
Yeah, that's what's my week has been that too. I there's loads of Connell updates. I need to do a stream. Share my screen right now if you can. I've been working on this today. Been working on a banner today to take to the con. Everything that I've been like planning to have there is gonna be there. Books and pins. Books and
Ooh, let me show you my little baby.
Should come in time. But yeah, keep your eye out on my channel because I'm gonna do an update stream to talk all about it. The books are gonna look fucking great. The pins are good. They're not pins. I keep saying pins. They're like still the same enamel as a pin, but it's a keychain. They're gonna look great. Yeah, I can't wait. All the flights are booked, hotels booked, everything's booked to go to Heroes. So it's gonna be crazy. Can't wait.
It's gonna be good. Heroes is a really, really good show. I hope you guys can hear me because I want to show you guys my little baby banner. Oh yeah, I also did Free Comic Book Day. I'll talk about that in a minute. But Heroes is like a very comics focused show. It's all about comics and art. So, if for people who went to like Tampa or even New York Comic Con in San Diego, New York Comic Con and San Diego are like, or MegaCon, that's Hollywood Con. Okay, you ain't seen a Comic Con if you've just been to those shows. Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con is not a Comic Con. I mean, Artist Alley there does pretty good just because it's such a big show. But Heroes is a type of show that's all about artists. They're on the show floor. There's this art stage right in the middle where artists are making live art for the whole show. There's a giant art auction one of the nights. On all the panels are about like comic techniques and drawing and shit. And they have like a quick draw event. It's amazing if you want to make comics, if you're like a hardcore nerd, if you're a collector, tons of long box booths and stuff. So I love this show. It's a mid-sized con, but it's just like the experience and getting together with other creators. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
I'm looking forward to checking out some of the panels. I think you can probably look up online what panels they have, but yeah, I'm getting all my shit ready for it, and it's gonna be ready in time. This banner is gonna be one of those things, and if you, this banner indicates another aspect to Connell's character that I actually haven't revealed yet, which is in the preview book. Who knows what it is? There's probably an element in this image that people haven't really related to him before. But yeah, if you sign up at connellcomic.com, what I'm doing is preview book, taking it to the con, but I'm also going to do a short campaign to have some of the books. There's like limited. I'm only doing 100 of them, but I'll have 50 of them up on a campaign for people to get. So you guys have access to it too. And the book is basically the first 15 pages in rough pencils, the counterpart layouts, a bunch of character designs for every character that's kind of like shown in those first 15 pages. There's there's 2 or 3 there's like 4 new character design sheets that people haven't seen before. So the stuff in this book that people haven't seen. It's kind of like it's a 64-page art book that has some preview pages in it. So yeah, sign up, connellcomic.com. Hoping to launch that campaign in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So there you go.
Awesome. Yeah, I figured I gave up on the banner, but I can show you guys what I was doing. The actual.
Goodbye, El Differente. If you sign up, by the way, you get a thing in the book. There's like a whole page at the back that's like blank, and I'll draw in it for anyone that signs up.
I have no idea where El Differente went, but yeah, I have seen the preview book.
Back to his home planet.
That's true. Yeah, goodbye. Back to the prison. He got caught. The CIA caught up to him.
He fell back into the darkness.
Yeah, he did. So long. The preview book is great. You've got a bunch of pencils for chapter 1 and like design sketches. It's cool. I wish I had a preview book for Fiendish, but it didn't have all the extra content, and your extra content is like so polished you can actually make a book and publish it because you do turnarounds and stuff. So it's cool. It's great. You guys are gonna love it. Keep your eye out for that campaign. But yeah, here's the banner. I got because I don't know, it was a pain in the ass to set up. But speaking of my week, this was a Free Comic Book Day. last weekend, and that's me and Michael Rushbrook. And Mike managed to get a event set up in Augusta at a comic shop there, and we basically had a mini convention, and it was absolutely amazing. It was like the best free comic book day I've ever had, and I'm excited now. I'm all pumped for con season. I'm pumped for Heroes. I'm trying to do a few more shows. I'm gonna at least be doing a show in Bogota. I'm going to be doing Sofa again, and I'm going to see if I can do Dragon Con. Not sure, no guarantees, but that would be great because that's just like right in Atlanta. So
I heard that
so
con
yeah.
drags on a bit.
You're not funny. You're not funny at all.
You're right.
Oh, you're canceled. I'm kicking you forever. But yeah, there's my week, being busy, but preparing for shows, and I think I have everything ready, so I'm really excited. Oh my gosh, we have someone that came back from the dead. I'm shocked. What happened? What happened? I was told. I think this is a miracle. Everybody, are you prepared? Are you prepared for the shock that I'm about to deliver to you? Behold.
Hey,
What the
You're
fuck
live!
is he doing? What the fuck is he doing here?
Sorry,
what
I'm
the-
late, guys.
What the fuck? I guess
What?
someone didn't want to wear a Bane mask throughout the whole fucking stream.
No,
Yeah, we had this weirdo that was here that said they were like,
I
yeah,
saw
Phil's
this hat
dead,
there,
so I'm just gonna replace him.
I
He had like a
couldn't
really
miss-
shitty voice. Kind of an
Disavow,
asshole.
disassociate, camera off.
I couldn't miss the hat day. We're on
Hatter Day. We call it Hatter Day.
Hatter Day, and that was a
coordinated.
good joke. That was a good joke, Jake the Dragon. Dragon.
I bet El Differente wouldn't have liked my Dragon Con joke, so I'm glad Philly D is back to fully appreciate the comedy stylings of one high power wizard day, who's definitely not the person
That's right.
who will replace me when I get canceled.
Hey, so how was everybody's weekend?
It's coming someday.
We just did that, Phil.
We just told
That's
everyone
old
you're
news.
kind of late. Yeah.
We're going to a convention and you're not, loser.
Yeah, that's basically
Oh
what
my
it boils
God.
down to. We're going to Heroes Con and you're gonna miss out.
I'm gonna go to a convention too before you guys go to a convention.
I mean, you just did C2E2. Which other one are you doing?
I'm going to Comic Palooza.
Oh, yeah, I heard that's a good
Sounds made
show.
up.
Yeah, it does sound made
Yeah.
up, but I'll be there.
Phil,
Yeah.
I did have one update for this week.
What's that?
And again, if anyone else copies this on the latest stream where they show off theirs, they're definitely copying me. Poochie.
Dude, Poochie,
I know, right?
the rockin' dog.
El Differente didn't really appreciate it, but I'm glad that you're here to recognize the whole joke.
You know what? My brother got one.
What? That's really?
And he showed it off Monday. So,
Oh, he already. I thought he
it's-
said he was getting it.
no, he got it.
Oh, fuck.
So he showed
He
it
beat you to it.
My whole
Ah.
biz ruined. I thought he didn't actually have it yet, and I thought it was in Cooming. Fuck.
He got it.
Oh,
Made a post
your
about it,
dreams were shattered live on air.
Yeah, Phil, I have the same Mr. Sparkle figure. I'm gonna make a copy of Brandon's tweet with the same photo.
You should, yeah. That's gonna be good.
Twitter's a lot of
Well,
fun.
Yo, I went to Free Comic
So
Book
much
Day
fun.
as well on Saturday.
Yeah.
Everyone
Did
went to the
you-
day.
Did you do
Yeah, I
an
went
event like table and everything?
No, I didn't.
You should have.
It's
you should have
good. I
gone
haven't-
like Irene did.
I know.
I haven't done a table for Freeman Comic Book Day forever. And that
haven't.
made me realize I need to fucking talk to my local comic shops because I know the shops. I just don't really go because I'm a hermit. But I've got some good shops around Atlanta, and like if I went more, maybe I should like leave some copies of Fiendish and see if they want to carry it and all that kind of shit. So yeah, it was really motivating. It was really good. I sold out of like fucking everything I bought. And of course I had like free prints and everything for anybody who was there. It was great. It was great. It was so invigorating. And I'm fucking excited for con season. Very happy.
Doug wants to know, why is it called Free Comic Book Day?
Why you're so
Because
quiet?
they charge extra for the comic books, and it's kind of like a cruel joke. They get people in thinking they're going to get free comic books, but then they get double charged. It's a classic. It's like a traditional thing.
No,
you
no,
actually
no, it's
get
not. A
free-
lot of people do actually make free comics.
Well, yeah, when you go in, there's a whole wall of comics that are specifically free that I'd seem not to have in my room here. But
They do
yeah,
have free, like publishers will make free comics, like just short floppies and or compilations and stuff that it's almost like they'll do a like mini short stories of series, or I've even seen kind of a mini anthologies, almost like a Shonen Jump style thing, just for Free Comic Book Day, and it's made to be given away. But a lot of the artists there, some of the artists had free comics. I'm like, well, all I have is Fiendish, so I have to sell that because I have the permanent market cover editions. But I had like prints and stuff that I was giving away. And it was fun. Yeah, it was like a whole. They took the gaming section and just made like a enclosed artist alley table. It was super cute. You guys saw the picture I posted. That was it.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think a lot of those comic shops are having those kind of like gaming sections. Is it for like Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic cards now?
Well, they have to. I mean, I don't mind it because I play tabletops, but comic shops, as long as it's not just fucking Funkos everywhere, Jake, I don't particularly mind.
The one and only. The one and only.
Okay.
Because it
Alright,
doesn't
I'll
look
forgive
like
you.
a Funko. It hasn't got the soulless eyes. It actually looks like just a regular old Poochie.
All right, I'll forgive you.
You
I'll
think they'll
forgive
do? You think they'll come out with disgruntled goat next?
No. I'm looking forward to Ku Klux Klan, to steal Brandon's joke there.
What?
Do you not know who Ku Klux Klan is?
No.
The children's show character,
What?
Ku Klux Klan.
It's
That's
the
not
best.
a children's.
Yeah,
Classic.
I'll pull up a picture.
What the fuck is happening? Kingly, we'll get to fight scenes. We chit chat for like fucking ever before we start our presentation. This is a tradition of the show, so it's just how
Do I
it
have
is.
anything to chit chat about? I built the Valentine's Day hedgehog Lego.
That's cute.
It's real good,
And
Jake.
look,
That's real good.
I gave the woman
Very adorable.
some nose surgery, so got rid of that big schnoz. Gave her the Disney nose.
I'm sure she
Which-
appreciated that.
There you go. Look, it's holding a
I thought
to commemorate the really good relationship I'm still in real life.
very sweet of you. I'm so
Share my
happy
screen.
for you. It's very heartwarming.
Share my screen.
Definitely not gay at all.
No, not at all. Hey, Chris, what's up? Hail. Hi.
I got to balance out the gayness.
Guy in his room. I don't know what Phil in his room. No, Phil in his room. A guy in his room is saying.
Ooh, the butts. Here, share my screen, Irene.
What the fuck is that?
A headless woman. As
So
they
this is
should be.
Poochie. A closer look at Poochie.
Oh, someone else got one too.
Yeah.
And
it's
then
wrong.
this is Ku Klux Klan.
Oh my god.
A lesser known.
Oh my god. It's
Irene, it's an
Oh my
officially
God.
licensed joke, so you can't get cancelled for it. It's an official, accepted, okay joke character.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
There you go.
How did I not know about this? Apparently, my friends don't make enough racist jokes. Cool.
It's a
All right.
Simpsons joke, not a racist joke. I'll have you know.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Well, I don't watch those Simpsons. Well, anyway, sounds like everybody had a awesome, lovely week.
Oh, it's been
including Comic Book Day.
it's been the best.
It's been the best. It's been the best.
Yeah, it's been
I
a good week.
myself had an amazing week.
Yeah, I got some did a bunch of fulfillment this week as well. More tomorrow. I actually had to go back to where we have overstock of our books and grab like Lost Pages 2 and the reprints and stuff because we're shipping those out as well. And then this weekend's going to be crazy hard hitting, a bunch of fulfillment. I'm going to have my brother come over and help as well. And then what else was I going to say about that? Fulfillment. I think that's it. Yeah.
You got to fulfill all the backers you got this week.
I was going to say something else.
Oh.
I forgot though. But
Yes,
yeah,
we-
I don't know. What's up, Irene?
Oh no, I didn't want to just, barge in. But Speaking of fulfillment, Fiendish
Didn't wanna
2.5
botch
is
it.
shipping. I didn't. What? But I did it anyways because that's what I do. So deal
As
with
long
it.
as you lampshade it, it's fine.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, Fiendish 2.5 is starting fulfillment. Let's see. Can I show this?
Oh.
Can I show this on Twitter? Or Twitter's being all. I hate that Twitter doesn't let you show things in private mode.
So you can just download the image and then drag the image into a Chrome window, and then you're just pretty much
Yeah.
sharing the image. You can share just images that way.
Download the image.
Thank you for teaching me how technology works. I
Well, you're a woman, so it's my job.
yeah, it is. It is your holy duty as a man to teach me.
All people
did,
and women, it's my duty to teach them computers.
Jake, I deadlifted
Yeah.
275 pounds this week.
Man, you're getting up there. Good job. I'm definitely still going to the gym and I'm definitely competing with you.
Yeah, I saw your little massage thing. I actually have one of those too.
No, I got this bad shoulder from sitting at my desk, Phil.
I'm totally working out too. Actually, I have been. After like fucking 5 months of being lazy because it was winter, I like lifted a dumbbell the other day. I hope you're all proud of me.
Everyone clap.
Proud of myself.
Everyone slow clap.
Oh my god!
Hooray! Oh my
I lifted a
God.
double. Oh, holy
So
shit!
amazing.
Fucking amazing. But yeah,
A few
you know
more
what?
1,000 dumbbell lifts, and it'll start taking effect.
Yeah. I'll go about like 5,000 more dumbbell lifts. I might lose some pounds and start looking less like a blob. It'll. I can totally put that work in. that totally. I do actually have a dumbbell. I know people forget sometimes. I am in fact a woman. It's very shocking.
Isn't
Yeah,
it a
Venus Superfly is
kettlebell?
shipping out. Look at that. What?
Isn't it a
no, that's
kettlebell?
right. Yeah. It's
Yeah, kettlebell.
That's right.
Kettlebell because women use kettles. So
To boil the water to make the tea to serve to the men.
right.
Yeah, I have.
So this is people
kettlebells.
getting their Fiendish 2.5s already.
Yes, this was
Is
W. Smith on Twitter.
Mm,
Yeah, people are
already.
getting the books. We're
Insane.
shipping already.
Hell yeah.
So it's yeah, there's a
No.
bit of a holdup. It's totally my fault. I take responsibility. It's because the I ordered the trading cards too late. The trading cards and the bookmarks too late, so those came in like a week ago. But yeah, the books are shipping now because we had the trading cards and bookmarks were universal. Everybody got those, so we had to make sure those came in. But once those, because the books have been printed for like weeks now. But yeah, the books are going out now. The only orders that we're waiting on shipping are anything with the necklaces, these pendants, and the enamel pins, because those aren't in yet because those are being manufactured from Taiwan. And those are taking longer because I wanted to take some extra time with the manufacturing because we had some issues with manufacturing the pins, but it's fine now. I told them to do some extra rounds. Where's the pin? Oh, it doesn't matter.
It would be hilarious if I get my blue Dick X keychains before you get your pins.
I would be a little mad, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. They're almost done. They said they're almost done. It's just because I did another round of proofing, and proofing as in, it's an enamel pin, so they had to make a whole new mold. But there are some problems with the earlier one, and I changed the manufacturing method, so it's the smooth type, like true enamel pin. So it's gonna look great. And once those are in, I think those are the only packages that haven't been shipped out. Because the RJ's last invoice was for like a lot. It was a lot. It was like what? It was like 1,000 packages or something all at once. So I was like, "Here's all my money," but it's great.
Getting it done. That's amazing.
Yeah, tons of people are getting their books, and let me know what you think. I really hope you guys like 2.5. I hope you guys enjoy Michael and Jake's art on this book, and I'm super excited. So yeah.
The best thing is seeing people tweet about it, posting it, and the whole haul that they get. I've been getting a lot of those on Twitter and stuff, and even I got like 3 backers this week as well, so that's super cool. People are seeing posts and being like, "Oh, I forgot to get this one." So
awesome.
Nice.
That's definitely great. Yeah, see, if you get your books post them and tag us if you get, because Lost Pages and Fiendish 2.5, we're all shipping at the same time. Be sure to tag us and post it on Twitter. Like, I love seeing that. I save everybody's images when they, post with their books, and it makes me happy. And if you missed out on the campaigns, you can buy Fiendish books on the website. You can always get caught up there. So, fiendishcomic.com. There you go.
This is funny. When I went to go pick up like our overstock to ship out like the previous books we did on this campaign, I found like 20 Lost Pages 1 reprints that I thought we were totally out of, and I thought I was gonna have to like I thought we were out, and I'm like, oh man, people bought those, and I have to message them and be like, hey, sorry, would you be okay for us to give you one of the original printings? But I found like a whole stack of them in the corner where we keep all the books. So I'm like, whew, that's awesome.
Good.
So
Yeah, I know that feeling. It gets kind of chaotic, guys, like on the back end when you just have piles and piles of books and it's mixed in with all kinds of other products. It's a fucking mess. So
Yeah.
sometimes you lose track of exactly how many copies of a book you have left and shit like that. It's nuts. It's hard to keep track of. Taiwan is stealing our gerbs. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's all my fault. But yeah, also back Lost Pages to it. We'll do another round of promotions after the presentation. But speaking of the presentation, I know you guys have been waiting. We've been yapping about our week. Let me actually pull up the presentation. We're going to be talking about fight scenes.
Fight.
It's gonna be good. I made
something we're all complete
makeup
experts on. We're obviously all known for our amazing fight scenes that we've drawn and written.
We're not.
Yeah.
It's
Not
like
really.
a lot of the episodes. This is like us trying to learn, because like I know I haven't really done that good a job of them in the past. So like I'm looking forward to trying to figure out what makes a good fight scene in today's show. And if you guys in the audience have like some good points to make about it, comment, because we'll pull them up. And like, yeah, I want to give us your learnings too.
Yeah.
Or don't.
What are some of the best fight for people in the chat? Best fights in comics. Think about it. Post it in the chat.
Good question. Let us know. Yeah, so the reason for me doing this presentation is totally not. It is because I am trying to make the fight scenes in Fiendish 3 better. I'm on a mission. Like I've been telling you guys, I've been refining my layouts and my story and everything for Fiendish 3. And one of the problems is I want the fights to be awesome. And I mean, I think the fight scenes in Fiendish 1 and 2 don't suck, but I want to be better than don't suck, right? I want to be like really good. So I'm trying to figure out how to get there. And honestly, once you think about all the techniques that go into really good fight scenes, and I have a bunch of examples in the PowerPoint, we all know what our favorite fight scenes are, and we can probably articulate why they work, but making those same points in your own work is hard as shit. It's one of those things that are way easier said than done. So I'm going to try to just break down these things, and it's kind of me working through the thought process of how I should refine my own work and the things that I need to learn as well. So that's what today's presentation is about. If I can. Hey, Camel Moon, what's up? Magneto versus Apocalypse, AOA. I haven't read that, of course, but
I definitely know what that is and could probably talk about it right now, but I'll choose not to.
X-Men.
I don't know what that is.
AOA, Age of Apocalypse.
But the specific fight, I imagined it was.
It's interesting that, like, you know, Camel hangs out with Bancroft and Rob, and Camel's like, he actually has read comics before, unlike Bancroft and Rob, which is interesting. I appreciate that.
Well, Rachel Callis said, hire a man to draw them. Unfortunately, I can't afford that, so I have to draw them myself. You guys are gonna have to suffer through it. Hey, listen, I'm decent at blocking out fight scenes. I will learn.
Better to be decent than indecent.
Yeah, I try to not be indecent. I try really hard. It's a life goal of mine. Yeah.
but you did put the Every Woman Loves photo of Brad Pitt at the beginning of your presentation for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're talking about Fight Club, and of course, yeah, I totally didn't just want shirtless Brad Pitt on my presentation. Not at all. That's totally not my priority here. But fight scenes, what, how, and how not to writing physical conflict. But before we get started, we have guests. Remember at the beginning, I said we have guests. We have somebody returning. Are you guys ready to be surprised?
Yeah, it's
I bet a lot of you
weird.
guys don't even know who it is.
A
I
fight
bet
scene
he's not even
professional.
there anymore. I wouldn't have sat through all of that.
Oh, you're surprised that he sat through all of that?
Yeah.
I mean, I said we're gonna do a 30-minute just whinging about our week. I have thoroughly warned our guest about this occurrence. So, thank you very much to our guest for being so very patient. Welcome finally after all this time. Hi, this is our fill-in because Narwhal has decided to abandon us.
It's not a fill-in if it's not Phil. We need to make a Narin or some kind of walled off.
It's Chimera.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, hardline intern, creator of books such as SOS and the hit book Tasty Mint, with now Tasty Mint 3 is out. And
Yeah, wait, what books
What the
currently
fuck is
funding?
that?
Hold on, Chimera, what book of yours is currently funding?
Testament Volume 3. Back at today.
Yeah, check
Yeah,
out
I know about
Testament Volume
What
3.
is this
It
mint
looks
thing?
fucking sick. It's Preston Azevedo, right?
Yeah, Phil was just fucking with me.
Fully
yeah.
fully painted Preston Azevedo art. It looks fucking sick. And it's doing very, very well. So like go Chimera.
I thank you.
We'll manage.
he's back.
am
Yeah,
so
everybody
back.
check out Testament. Yeah, we'll manage. There you go. We Testament 3 by Chimera. There you go. Thank you for the links. So we'll do a round of promotions after the PowerPoint, but we're gonna have a great discussion about fight scenes. I feel like all of our comics have action, and this was a good topic for us to discuss. So this should be good. Hopefully it'll be productive.
I'm trying
All
to
right.
find this Magneto. Camel, what issue is this Magneto Apocalypse fight? I'm trying to find it for you.
I didn't think he was called Magneto anymore.
He is.
Don't go solo. Don't go. No, stay with us.
He's still called Magneto.
You want to
Oh,
find the
that's
fight?
weird.
You want to pull it
I
up?
thought they made a more updated name.
No.
My mistake.
All right. We're going to start with what is a fight scene? It is, in essence, a scene in which an abstract conflict in your story escalates and spills out into physical form. I felt like we should establish that. I mean, it seems kind of like fucking obvious, but, it helps.
Yeah, when
to
things
kind
get physical.
Yeah, but I think
When you say abstract, you're talking like people have a problem. There is a problem that hasn't taken the 3-dimensional form yet, and now it's manifesting. That could be an argument between Go on.
Right, an abstract conflict. And I was trying to think of a word that was more sophisticated sounding than just saying non-physical conflict. So that's why I said abstract conflict. But it basically what I mean, before trying to sound all smart and shit, was a non-physical ideological conflict, whether it's not necessarily ideological, but just what you mentally want, a mental conflict. And when that escalates to a point where there is no resolution, or both parties can't see a resolution through non-physical means, it spills over into the physical form. Because there's a lot of other forms of physical conflict, right? You can be, a character could be physically challenged by, say, having to travel a long distance, or stories that are man against the elements or man against nature, but that's not necessarily a fight scene in the way that I'm trying to define here.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Mhm.
Ideas of conflict that come to a physical head.
I love physical heads.
Oh my god.
It is interesting you use this graphic because I think Matrix 3 ripped off the Dragon Ball Z fight between Goku and Frieza.
Really?
Did they?
Yeah, you can actually see a video about it. They show like side by side. It's the same thing.
Pull it up. Let's watch it all the way through right now.
Yeah, let's get the whole channel struck right now. No, I pulled up a bunch of I took a bunch of screenshots from movies that I thought, oh, these are cool fight scenes. So I just downloaded all of them and just used them for the presentation because I thought they were cool. And I tried to use references that other people would get for once. So
You guys know that's how Narwhal like lost his channel for a really long time. Is he was
Playing anime.
He was playing anime on his channel. He was playing like
You can't
Wicked
do that.
City or something, like a 1980s weird anime like Wicked City or
Mhm.
something like that. And yeah, he lost it for like 6 months or something.
Really?
that sucks. Yeah, let's not do that today. We're gonna not do that. I actually pulled up a bunch of fight scenes. I'll say, oh, maybe I should click through them. We're watching with the sound off. No, let's not do it. Because it's kind of hard to demonstrate these things without going through the actual action. But I try to pick examples where everybody would have seen those movies for once. So, yeah, moving on. So the establishing points. So I was thinking about what should one establish before writing a fight scene? What are the most important things? And I try to boil it down to 3 points. So what I have written is establish abilities and aptitude. So that means what are the abilities of each party involved and what is their aptitude? Like, are they an idiot? Will they be able to solve things on the fly? How good are they? How smart are they at using their environment and innovating on the fly? And what are the abilities that they already have? So that affects what abilities do they already have and what progression they might be able to make on the fly during the fight scene, right? And that's the one out of all these three. The latter two can evolve during the fight scene, but this one I decided, well, I think that this is something you should establish first, establish the abilities and the aptitude and stick with it, because if you break that, then you're breaking immersion and it's breaking that contract that we've talked about on the show with the reader, I think.
And,
Yeah, go ahead.
And breaking is bad, so don't do it.
Breaking is bad. Yeah.
You've at least got to establish the starting environment too, though, because it's like, who are these people? What can they do? And where the fuck are they going to do it? They can, because the environment can morph, but you do have to like pretty much establish where is this problem going to begin? Where are they going to come? Because like where I'm thinking about where a fight scene starts is kind of like Narwhal style interactivity. You know about two separate elements, and you know that they're flying off in a direction. You know they're going to collide at some point. This is usually that collision point of pre-established elements.
That's good, especially. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I think like people or the viewers as readers should know kind of the two opposing points, either at the start or very quickly into the fight, so your viewer is not confused as to why the conflict is happening. You know.
Certainly, yeah. Great points to add.
You kind of want to know why it's happening, like really strongly before it ever even happens. Like really build up the anticipation for it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't just come out of nowhere. You're like, man, when is this fight gonna fucking happen?
Yeah, that's true. Establish the build up and establish the environment are great points to add. That's like even earlier than establishing all these other things. So
yeah,
the setting and how the environment will come into play can be important. Correct, right? That's something I'm trying to work on myself, is having the characters use the environment and move past just, well, their abilities coming into play. What about the surroundings?
Yeah, like if you see a fight sequence as kind of like a puzzle, the missing piece to the puzzle can very easily be part of the environment. Like that can be a super basic go-to if something in the environment is like searched for, found, you know what I mean, and then like is then used to end it, like a key in a door.
Yeah, I think that's something that you could be really creative with fight scenes. Another thing I wanted to point out is like fight scenes. I know you want to know the conflict between two things. but they could also be a tool to inform the reader about something. Like say you don't know a character's abilities, and if they could be of the first time introducing a character, and this fight scene is to introduce their abilities, that could be another way to use it to actually establish things about a protagonist or a villain or a character.
You've just made me think it could be kind of good to establish what they're fighting over. And I don't just mean psychologically between each other. I don't like you. Well, I don't like you. Well, I'm going to fucking use my giant fist, punch you in the head.
Yeah.
Like, you could use an example of like an escort quest from a video game or like a capture the flag thing. Like one character could be trying to protect something. The other character could be trying to get it from them. Like you can have another element that's not just the environment that they're fighting over. Maybe they're trying to stop a bomb going off during the fight, and the other party is trying to like trigger that bomb. Like they can be. I think it would be. You can make an interesting conflict scene if they're kind of fighting over another element.
Like in what was that? Ultraviolet? Is that the one where she has the backpack that has that kid in it, who's the cure to all the vampire shit? So everybody's after the backpack, right? All these assassins or whatever trying to get the backpack from her.
I haven't seen it.
A good example of a fight scene is in Godfather when Sonny Corleone beats up his brother-in-law for attacking, Sonny's sister. And he warns him, he's like, you do this again, I'll kill you. And then he does it again. But little did Sonny know that was actually a trap, and he gets killed at the toll booth. And
spoilers.
That movie came out like 50 years ago. Anyway.
How dare you? I haven't seen it.
Oh my God.
Anyway, it's a plot point, and it actually...
You ain't seen nothing.
Just kidding, I have seen Godfather.
Oh. Already.
Shockingly.
I hear it's really good and no one has any differing opinion about it.
No, not at all.
I hear people insist that it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And no one contests that.
There is no contestation. This is an objective opinion. What the fuck are you doing with your head?
You have a fez?
Yeah, but I fucking broke it whilst grabbing it. The tassel's gone, so it's not technically an actual fez now. It's just like a red bucket.
It's just a half of a dunce cap is what it is now, Jake.
Well, the dunce cap is on top of it. It's my pretty princess dunce cap.
Now
it's my
dunce cap.
And then it has my learning disabled hat on top of it, so it's like triple retarded.
Yeah, I need one of those hats.
I have my
I just wanted to sell them.
Should I stack my hats? I don't want to.
No, just I'll be the stacker.
I'll let you be the dunce cap stacker for tonight.
The triple dunce.
Appreciated. Yeah, the triple dunce. Yeah, all good points. Looking at my list now, number 2 kind of fits in with number 1, so I kind of made these points redundant. But anyways, I'm going to carry forward regardless. The second point is establish how far characters will go. Well, that's establishing the aptitude, kind of, right? And what I was thinking with this is establish what are their limits. So at what point are they fighting to hurt someone, or are they fighting to kill? And will they fight to the death in this situation, or would they fight not to the death? There will be a point by which they will give up and run away, and so on and so forth. Or is it not about either of that? Are they fighting to obtain something, and it's not just about defeating the other person? It's about, like the examples that we just gave, it's about fighting each other, but they're actually trying to get at a third point, right? All these things should be established. And also the goals of each side, which is obvious. But I try to break down, I don't know if this is helpful, but I was trying to think of what are the most basic reasons, if you can boil down reasons for characters fighting. You're in my way and won't move. And the opposite of that is you shall not pass. And then another one, most basic point of why characters fight is I want revenge against you, or I want what you have. And I think those 4 points are pretty good reasons for boiling down most fight scenes too, and good reasons for a mental conflict being forced to spill out physically.
Yeah.
Another one would be in They Live, where the main character tries to get, I think it was Keith David, to put on the sunglasses. So they were fighting, but not to the death. He just wanted him to put on the sunglasses and see that the world is programmed and all these creatures.
Right.
So,
He was trying to open his eyes.
yeah, so he's trying to
about
enlighten him, but he did it in the worst way possible.
And that's the famously really long fight scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a question I wanted to bring up later. But yeah. That's interesting.
Are you not entertained? Yeah, I think there could be more options than this. What if the characters don't want to fight, but they're forced to? That would be interesting.
Ooh.
I mean, you know, again, the third element says you have a character trying to stop something from happening. Like there's a bomb and they're having to juggle it. Like they might not want to fight. They can't even run away. They're just trying to not let it drop, not let the hot potato drop through the scene.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get really creative with the. I think once you figure out a new core reason for a fight scene, then that's when all the creative, unexpected stuff comes. Fight to enlighten. We're Shaolin monks now. All right, next. So I gave some examples of a bad fight scene and a good fight scene, and this is just a long list of stuff that I can think of that's probably just rambling along on autistic, but that's fine. It's fine. So a bad fight scene, let's see. A bad fight scene puts dramatic visuals before a substance. So pretty cool, cool looking fight moves and visuals, which you see a lot in modern movies, but comic artists can fall into the same pitfalls. And I find myself fighting that urge often as well, because you want to just draw the cool pose, but the thing is, the pose means nothing if there's no substance behind it. So you got to scratch that cool pose and just figure out. The thing is, if you figure out the reasons, if you write the fight scene to be good, and if there's backing and there's bones and there's meat behind what's actually what the characters are fighting for, and the fight scene is well structured and there's progression, and we're going to get into what makes a good fight scene in the next slide, then it's almost like the really cool moments write themselves. And the key is to get to that point instead of writing backwards, in the sense of there's a cool pose or a cool shot and then let's try to write towards that. I actually don't think that usually works. What do you guys think?
So there is a way that you could use just straight up visual flair to add a bit of story. You could have a character that was shit at fighting, then later on you have a fight scene and it kind of like shows their aptitude, how good they are. Like by having impressive poses, you could really easily just use that to show they've leveled up. Or a whole team of people could come in, and there's a group that have been fighting really shitly, and then they kind of like one up them. Don't know if that feels like it tracks.
Well, I think like a lot of what you're saying here, Irene, could be the argument that a lot of old school comic fans would say about 90s comics, where like the image boom was all about flair and less about why these people are in conflict, right? So you get less memorable stories, even though you get cool splash pages. So I think the key to that is you want both of them woven together tightly. So you have this awesome, cool action going on, but there's a reason for it. And there's actual stakes that are, pressing, and character development and boiling points coming to a head and drama,
Yeah, I can see that.
And because those, 90s stuff is very, very flashy and splashy. And a lot of people grew up with that, loved comics, through their teens with that, and fell out of them. And then when they came back, that's what they remembered. So like now, a lot of people there's a certain section of comic fans from that specific time that are just all about that splash page, breaking panels, flashy things, but can be left with empty character development, and
Mhm.
what we talked about of establishing things before the fight happens.
Right, exactly. I mean, I remember it's kind of like I'm gonna bring up manga again. Nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about, but Oguraito's work, where it's very flashy and just beautiful, beautiful art, amazing splash pages. He's a mangaka, and he did Tenho Tenge, Air Gear, and a few other comics.
God
And
bless you.
really, really good work. But like the art is really good, but the story makes no fucking sense at all. But it's cool. It's just cool stuff after like cool thing after cool thing happening, like Obama on roller skates and shit, and summoning sharks with roller skates. Like that's what Air Gear was. Made no fucking sense, but it looked cool, and that's kind of what you like as
You say
basically.
Obama on roller skates?
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, Obama was in this manga about roller skates, like battle.
Obama was in Air Gear?
Yeah.
Is he in the first volume?
No, it was way later.
Oh, I could have found it.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, it's way later, but it was great. But it's like when you're 14, that stuff is great, but then there's no substance and you remember the visuals, but then later on it's one of those things where I don't know, at least for me, I remember that was like, oh, this is like super cool art. It was just cool because it looked great. But what really makes a story memorable long term, I think, because now I look back and it's cool. And what did it actually mean? Like I couldn't tell you what the characters were fighting over.
Right,
I learned how to draw pretty good because I would stare at the art all the time and try to draw like Oguraito, but I can't tell you what the moral philosophy of these characters were because there was none. And good stories should have a backing and the character should be memorable. So a fight scene should have meat behind it in that sense.
Well, that's right. Like, storytelling is all like a puzzle. Like a story is a puzzle, and different scenes are different pieces. And I feel like every scene you have, whether it be something that's low conflict or a fight scene, each of those pieces is rooted in touching the character or a character or certain specific thing. And you should know in a fight of what this character is fighting for. And we talk about it on this show all the time of how important characters' wants and needs are. So their reaction to fight, we should know as a reader or a viewer, especially if it's like a big climactic fight. Their souls should be in it. And I think that's why like character stories like X-Men are so popular and so well remembered, because there's decades of those characters rooted in the reader through the comics. But also, I mean, like and I've talked about it before, but the new cartoon is awesome, and there's awesome action sequences, and they're all rooted in character development. And it just, tugs on your heartstrings even more and makes you feel it more and remember it more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the long-term memorability definitely comes from having more than cool visuals, because that's what a lot of blockbuster movies in Hollywood are. It looks really great because everybody knows CGI can do amazing things, but well, I don't think any of these films will be being rewatched like 100 years from now because there's no meaning behind the conflict.
At the very least, if you want to make like a memorable conflict scene, the very basic thing is just make an interesting contrast, like a fight,
like that word.
Yeah, a fight that you wouldn't expect to happen in that place, like a fight in a fish market, and they just start slapping each other with fish. Like some guy gets put into the ice. You know what I mean? If you can find an interesting place that contrasts to how the fight is being fought, that could still be memorable without having to get too deep. There's kind of like a fight scene in Connell, which has a bit of a contrast. There's two characters with very different motivations in the fight. To be honest, as long as you have two strong motivations that suddenly collide, that can be interesting too. It's contrast, I guess.
Dude, contrast. It's all
Contrast.
about the contrast. Camel is bagging on X-Men 97, saying that I used the word awesome, which it is. In this, I don't know if you saw the newest episode, Camel. The contrast at the end during all of the action that's happening makes so much impact because you're like, what? This is happening? And they're like, oh shit, this is happening? It's freaking awesome.
The question is how ornate were the fight scenes?
Yeah, I'm thoroughly triggered. I'll have you know. I'm about to quit this. I'm about to end this stream. I'm about to turn this car around. All of you.
All about contrast. Always remember that. So,
Yeah.
And
there are a lot of-
as long
no.
as you make the gone career.
I was just gonna say, yeah, there are a lot of twists and turns in the latest episode. Like you
Dude,
thought Magneto was gonna die, and then he pulls out one of the most famous scenes in comics.
Yeah,
with Wolverine.
don't spoil it. It just dropped.
I haven't watched it.
But
Isn't the two times you've spoken, Chimera, have been to try and spoil how something turns out in a
He
piece of
ripped
media?
out his adamantium.
oh my god, we'll see in the next.
Oh my
episode.
gosh.
Speaking, it's so cool. Yeah.
I heard it's good. I gotta watch. It looks
Yeah,
like just the animation looks pretty.
It's shockingly good. There's no SJW stuff, despite what Campbell
Well, there was something.
said. Morpho is
Campbell's
gay,
weird.
but that's about it.
I'll carry water for you, Camel. I hear it sucks balls, and I've definitely watched it.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
thinks
me
that.
too. Oh, I'm just pretending I haven't seen it. Yeah, I heard it's good. It's great. There's
It's
all
so
kinds
good.
of stuff is turning around.
But isn't
Where
as good as June.
I'm
too.
watching it and I'm like,
You
dude,
Never.
this must be so cool to be a part of something like that. And it's like it gets me hype about creating shit that
That's good.
storytelling.
I'm
is-
glad to see that. Yeah, there seems like, well, with Dune, which Jake hated, but I liked, and with X-Men 97, it feels like good stuff's coming out again. Or at least just not total shit. And it makes me happy.
Wait,
It gives me hope.
wait. Did you just say the new Dune movie was good?
Okay, why don't you shut up? We're not going to have this debate right
Did you
now.
like it, Mira?
It wasn't perfect, but it was good for a film adaptation. Okay?
I never seen it.
You know,
Moving on.
Yeah, it was great. I can't wait to see it again. I'm looking
No,
forward to
Jake
watching one and
absolutely hates it. Dude, Jake absolutely fucking hates it. I understand it's flawed. I think I understood a lot of things better because I did read the book and listen, the movie was flawed, but I appreciated it for what it was. Okay.
hate is a strong word.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
How
Jake
were
was
the fight
thoroughly
scenes?
unimpressed.
How were the fight scenes in Dune? Go.
My scenes were pretty
Were
good.
that fight scene?
The problems weren't no, okay. Jake doesn't. Okay. You said
Isn't
hate
the
was a
fight scene
strong
who can
word.
go who could go the slowest? There was like the one with the guy with the knife.
That
It's like,
actually,
looks you think you're gonna stab me, but then you think you didn't, but then turns out he did. Like, oh, okay.
that
great.
actually is the point of the fighting style. You're supposed to attack slowly. Okay. Anyways, there's a lot of things they should have established more. The Harkonnens were not as intimidating as they needed to be. It was ridiculous. Fade was not as intimidating. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, Fade is so hot." He wasn't really that intimidating or hot. It was just, he glowered a lot. Okay, I agree. The Harkonnens were totally not as scary as they needed to be.
Yeah,
But
who was
I
the
thought-
hottest?
Definitely not E ET.
definitely not fucking Chani, but I thought Paul was good. Whoever the fuck his name, fucking
I thought
French,
Paul's mom was
French-ass
pretty
name.
fit.
She
Paul's
did.
mom?
She
She was
did
very
good. The
attractive
Jessica
woman.
actress was good. The Paul was well done, and overall it was good. Anyways, we'll have
There's
We'll have
there's-
another scream. We'll scream about Dune on Sunday, okay, guys?
We needed a fight for the fight.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah,
I forget the kid Paul's name, but he was in a movie called The King where he played King Henry V, and he actually had a pretty good fight scene. He stole the glory from his brother, who was going to be the next in line to be king. He basically fought in this like combat, and it was
Hmm,
very
was it
realistic. Yeah, they were fighting
Okay.
like in the mud, and then he like gets a dagger and stabs the dude.
Yeah, I was surprised because the actor looked like a little skinny, twig, but But at first I was like, well, he's supposed to look like that actually. Like that's what the older movie that actor looked like fucking 25. Fucking Paul is supposed to look really young and small, but he honestly Timothy, that's his name. He has the range. I was really impressed. Like I think his acting and the Jessica actress carried the movie. They did their characters very well. Even though there's a lot of other things that could have been better. Of course, the visuals were great because it's Villeneuve. But yeah. Well, moving on.
Yeah, no
We'll
comment.
scream more about this on Sunday.
Yeah.
No, Jake is thoroughly unimpressed.
I kind of like I kind of like that every time that June gets brought up now, if me and you are on stream, Irene, you basically make any point for me, points I've probably forgotten, and you just basically reassert what I've said defensively, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have to say anything. She's just saying.
Well, it's like we recognize the flaws in you, but for me, it didn't ruin the movie. I think
it had a great vibe. If
I
you're
had a
true,
better context.
To be honest, it's a certain style of kind of like putting a story across where it's like it seems like a lot of it is vibe and like a bunch of gobbledygook words, but if you believe in it,
It wasn't gobbledygook. If you know what the words
I'm,
mean, it's
I'm
not-
exaggerating for comedic effect, but if you believe in it, it probably feels fucking epic. And but it's just something.
What?
It's a style that falls on its face if you kind of like haven't been sold on it. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching it again to believe. I
That's
want
why
to
I have
believe
no
in it.
interest in it, Jake. Exactly what you said there.
You're not even paying attention to this, Phil. Did you even see the movie?
No, they like trade spices like old China.
Yeah, it's like just when you start
Okay.
hearing like names of groups and like planets and
Shut up.
like,
But okay, yeah, that's the context that I think it does sound like gobbledygook if you aren't you don't know all the words and shit. So like I have more context with the world. I think you probably got the same feeling I got with watching the new Blade Runner movie. I was thoroughly unimpressed and everybody was like, "Oh my god, it was so good." I'm like, it felt like nothing. It was completely
another
annoying.
that was another epic vibe.
I didn't like that at all. I'm like, what is the point of this? It's a bunch of pretty
Okay.
visuals.
We are literally. I am literally Ryan Gosling.
Maybe
Yeah.
only men can appreciate it because
Literally
we're
me.
the only people that can feel Ryan Gosling's pain is men. Maybe women just
Exactly,
don't
yeah.
get it.
Yeah,
What do you
men
think of the?
actually have feelings, and women are heartless.
Yeah, they just don't.
Oh
get,
yeah,
what did you
yeah,
think?
that's exactly it. Yeah.
Next,
I'm
you'll
glad
say
we
you didn't
established
feel Ken's pain in the Barbie movie.
I didn't watch the Barbie movie because it was a
Oh.
Barbie movie, and I'm not gonna watch that shit.
We'll watch it.
Why the fuck would I watch it? It's a Barbie movie.
Good.
Phil, even
Ryan
if she did
Gosling.
watch it, she wouldn't get it because it's more
Oh.
Ryan Gosling's feelings.
For
She
sure.
wouldn't understand.
Yeah, we don't. Women in general, and especially me, just don't care about men's feelings. That's
Ryan Gosling's feelings.
just how it is.
You're not allowed to
Especially,
have-
Ryan Gosling's feelings. I thought he was representing or some shit though.
He's literally me. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I guess if he's literally you, then I care about neither his nor your feelings.
Right.
Everybody else is
Any
cool,
other
though.
man in this panel. He's literally-
TC says do better. Oh no! Triggered. Don't watch Barbie. I've heard such conflicting reviews and opinions. I don't understand. It sounds like there's no real.
You probably won't get it.
Yeah, I probably. But the thing
But that's not a-
is,
That's
people seem to have different takeaways. So, like, there are people that have made whole ass philosophical breakdowns of what the movie actually is about. It's actually this, but it's actually this, and they're all wildly different. So my conclusion is the movie just didn't know what the fuck it was doing, and a lot of people were able to derive their own opinions from it, which is not something I'm interested in. It's not the type of film I would be interested in. Like, I like stories that know what they're doing and have a clear message. So
I liked when Ryan Gosling had that hologram girlfriend, and then they hired a prostitute so the hologram girlfriend could cover her, and then they boned.
Best part of the Barbie movie for me.
yeah, that's the
Right.
part that I heard was the best as well. Yep.
Ryan Gosling D's nuts.
The AI chick actually lost in Babe of the Week Monday, which was
Yeah.
bullshit.
Sad.
So bad fight scenes.
Anyways, yeah,
Oh.
thank you. Bad fight scenes.
This
So
was a bad
point
fight
number
scene.
2 on this long list that we're not going to get through.
This was a bad fight scene. It kind of petered out towards the end.
This whole stream is a bad fight scene. I need more to drink. Point number 2: a bad fight scene begins with ambiguous stakes that don't encourage emotional investment. So you're not establishing all the stuff that we talked about on the last slide. Bad fight scene reveals abilities or execute solutions that are not believable or well established. So basically, pulling shit out of your ass in the middle of a fight scene. I mean, that's generally just bad for solving any problem in a story, but in a fight scene, I feel like it's extra bad because it's like this is when the stakes are supposed to be extra high and everything is coming to a head, right? And if you, well, for example, it's like it's established that this character has fire powers, and all of a sudden it's in the middle of a fight scene and they start they have telepathy all of a sudden, and it was never established, and there was no world building to establish that this might be a possibility, and it wasn't one of those moments where the viewer or reader could look at, oh, this character gained telepathy, but all this stuff was secretly hinted at and it led up to this, but it's not, it just came out of the fucking blue. That's bad.
Right. Unless it's a comedy, which comedies always break the rules, right? Like a Looney Tunes thing.
Phil, I'm supposed to say that.
That was for Jake. Sorry. But yeah,
Um,
like if someone just pulls out, they're getting their ass kicked and they're like, oh, I forgot I have this magic ray gun in my boot. And I'm going to pull it out and fix everything, right? You don't want that.
I mean, yeah, that's the
Mhm.
almost Deus Ex Machina.
Right.
What is it? Getting fuck a coin. What is it called? You can have you can fail at
You
for
good?
it to be pulled out of nowhere. No, there's a word. I've forgotten a freaking word. It's
Smoke
not
is
on
coming
a.
from Jake's ears right now.
I don't know why you're so mad about this.
It's not the word coincidence. It's like you can't pull the solution out of your ass. Someone can get into trouble through happenstance, but can't get out of trouble through it. There's a word. I'm such an idiot. I'm so sorry. Ruin this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
But we know what you mean.
Well,
Contrivance.
then what's the word?
We
Then
know
what's the word?
It's called
Contrivance?
pull. Simply Green just said it. Ass pull. I've never heard it before, but I'm gonna say it's that.
Okay.
It's the new
I
word.
think
The asshole.
Contrivance. All right, we're gonna move on. Anyways, we get your point. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up too much. A bad fight scene has no rising and falling tension. The winner is telegraphed from the start, or there's just no, like, you already know what's gonna happen, or there's no real tension. There's no contrast. Bad. No
Right. Yeah.
contrast.
That would be like if it's super one-sided, the conflict is very flat. There's no peaks and valleys. And like you said, contrast. Yeah. If someone's just dominating the whole time, maybe you do that like a squash match to set up the character, like the villain is really, really powerful, kicks everybody's ass in issue 1, but in issue 6, there needs to have had those peaks and valleys throughout the story to make things like a football game back and forth.
It is
Mhm.
coincidence. The word is coincidence.
Yeah, I've heard of that word before.
Wait, you didn't
Yeah.
know what the word coincidence?
Coincidence
You
is to get
literally-
characters into trouble are great, but to get them out of trouble are cheating. That's if a fight scene solution is just a coincidental thing, it's like, what was the point of everything I just watched?
Somebody help me.
Nice.
Save me. Release me from this pain.
What's the? Can you say this word, Jake?
Constitulance national.
Wow, that was surprisingly good for
International.
you. Good
I
job.
haven't been drinking. I've taken a break from drinking tonight.
I have been drinking.
What
I
about this
needed
next
it.
one? Henry Bemis has a really good one. This one's easy though.
Oh, anti-disestablishmentarianism. Oh, the biggest word ever. Anti-dis. Actually, can you say that one, Irene?
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Perfect.
Yeah, good job.
She knows the English language.
My German genes handle my drink well. Just wait another hour.
TC
Creative
says
fight
Jake.
scenes
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
TC says Jake really struggled with the word coincidence. No, I actually said it and thought there was a different word.
Yeah, no, it's even worse. worse than just struggling with coincidence.
Rebecca.
He said it himself, and he's like, "No, that's not the word." I haven't seen, but fighting a man that could go invisible, so he uses blood to see where the guy was by spitting on him with blood. That's great. Oh yeah, it's like the whole in Pathfinder, to fight like a invisible enemy. I mean, the trick is to throw shit on them, right? Throw sand or something, or glitter. There's a spell that just releases basically glitter dust, and it's a way to uncover an invisible enemies. Yeah. Play tabletop games, guys. It helps you become a better writer.
Caleb says, but how does Jake say water? We'll never know. Hippopotomonstrosis quipediliophobia.
It's not a real word.
But you typed it in a way that was readable, and we thank you, TC.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, next point. Has no rising and falling tension. Has no interesting problem solving. Well, actually, I feel like that's not really a bad fight scene. That's just bland, right? If the fight scene is just characters punching each other harder and harder, but there is no interesting surroundings, there's no problem to solve, there's no interesting setting. I'm going to add that in here. I should have put setting in more of these slides. Then that's just boring, and that decreases reader and viewer engagement. And second to last, features consequences that are incongruent with established world building. So what I mean by that is, for example, if a character that has like main character syndrome or something, like, oh, they get like fucking their head smashed into a wall and they're totally fine, when everybody else gets their head smashed into the wall and they're like dead and shit, right? So there's no the consequences of the actions are not believable in world, which is not necessarily making them believable in reality, making them congruent with what would happen in reality. So maybe your character is superpowered. If they fall 10 stories off a building, they'll be fine. And you have to establish that before a fight scene. But if you don't establish that and all of a sudden they're fine and there's no explanation, then that's bad. So breaking that believability with the consequences can also withdraw, cause a reader to withdraw their immersion. It's all about maintaining immersion.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And is visually confusing and not easy to follow. That's really simple. Just fucking like plan out your shots so it's not confusing. There you go.
With the incongruent thing, basically the things you established are valuable, and they and then kind of invalidating them, it suddenly strips value. Like each scene is supposed to add value to what you're experiencing. And if you suddenly make up like a big rule change, not only does it make people not care about what you're currently experiencing, it like invalidates everything you've experienced so far, even if you were digging it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is all nonsense then. Like, I guess what I was enjoying is invalid now.
Right, exactly. It's that whole it's why people don't like Mary Sue characters, where all the other characters have to work so hard to earn something, but then it just happens naturally to them. It's the same thing.
Because then it's like, if then what was the point in any of the struggle? You know what I mean? Like, because clearly in this way you have to. So
yeah, it's a fuck you to the reader's investment as well. Not good. Bad do. Okay. All right, next one. Now a good fight scene. Dun dun dun. Phil died. Phil has died again. We don't know where he went. Let's get into what a good fight scene does. This is like 2 pages of bullet points. I probably could have boiled this down better, but I didn't have time. A good fight scene has the stakes for both sides clearly established, has the abilities on both sides clearly established, and I'm going to add on the fly, has the environment and setting clearly established as well. And a good fight scene evolves dynamically and intelligently, with characters acting in accordance to their objectives and abilities, unless something during the fight changes their objectives. Like if the characters are like, I don't know, like yelling at each other and something happens in the fight where it's like, oh my god, it reveals the villain was actually fighting for their family this whole time and they're not actually as evil as you thought. So that would change the objectives and the motivation of the protagonist. Shit like that, right? That would be different, but generally that would still be a fight scene involving in congruence with what the characters were established to be. It couldn't break what was previously already laid down. It would just be a reveal that built on what was previously there.
To go back to the stakes thing, to put it in like a way that's like maybe would make people generate ideas more easily. What are they trying to win, procure, achieve? But what are they trying to protect, defend, and prevent?
Mm-hmm.
In this conflict that it now has to happen. Like a good fight scene is like, this has to happen. It has to happen now. There's no getting out of it. But
yeah, good things to establish. I like that boils it down very succinctly. Also, those are the 3 bullet points of, well, what to establish first. I think that's a good environment. And what do they want? What they want to defend, etc., etc.
Yeah, it's like if you have a fight scene, it's like the character's like, I am defending my honor because you said my family sucked. It's like, who cares? But like, if there's literally a horde of people, and like they're coming, or creatures, and they're coming for something or someone, and you're like the last thing to defend them. And you're constantly they're like coming from all angles, and you're having to constantly move around this person or like animal you're protecting or something. Like that's that's a way stronger stake. You know what I mean?
Like 300. You ever see that film?
Yeah.
300.
Well, I've never heard.
They're defending something. Oh,
Zack
you mean the
Snyder.
past?
Yeah, they're defending that. Yeah, I get it, Phil.
Huh? All right, never mind. Moving on.
It's a lot of people versus 300 guys.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
300 guys, not 3 guys. Oh wait, yeah, there was just 3 of them defending. I'm an idiot.
No, those 3. I don't know. I only saw it once.
Me too. It
Same.
was a long time ago. I thought it was cool though.
Saw it a lot of times.
Okay, next point. A good fight scene maintains flow, doesn't stagnate or get boring.
Yeah, just like 300. They have some really good fight scenes in there. Kamara, you ever see 300?
Yeah, when I was in high school.
They do this like slow-mo stuff.
Yeah, Zack Snyder directed it. That was
It's pretty badass.
That was when the slow-mo was actually like decent for Zack Snyder, but then he just overdoes it all the time in the Rebel Moon and then the Snyder Cut. Like, he will not stop using it. The only time it worked,
He uses it like not for action. He uses it like when someone's walking in the rain, right?
yeah, I know it's
Then there's like a super close-up.
you can actually see it a little bit in Watchmen, but it works in 300 and Dawn of the Dead. The slow-mo anyway.
I think he kind of went overboard with his Snyder-ism. Instead of adapting someone else's work, he was like, "Oh, I'm going to add my flair to everything."
Yeah.
Went overboard. Yeah, 300 was a good movie. I liked it.
That's interesting. Camel says it was the first slow-mo action ever was 300.
That's not true.
Everything Camel says is correct.
Yeah, King Camel.
Oh, right. Yeah, Camel never gaslights you. Ever. It doesn't happen. Romi's back. Hello. Welcome back. Hi.
Yo.
John Wick Fight Club. Club Fight is another good one. I've seen clips of that. I haven't seen the movie, regrettably.
Just watch the first one. Don't watch any of the other ones.
No, you don't need
Okay,
to
I
watch
will.
John Wick. You need to watch Collateral. There's a nightclub scene in that. That's way better.
Okay.
Yeah, Collateral with Tom Cruise. It came out in 2004. Jamie Foxx was in it. And Michael Mann directed it. Michael Mann's really good. He directed Heat and what is the one with the first Red Dragon adaptation, Manhunter.
Manhunter, so good. Yeah, Michael Mann, boss.
Mm-hmm. except
Okay,
for Miami.
Collateral.
Collateral. It's really good. And then there's a lot of self-reflection. Like it's a hitman, and he basically just takes his cab driver. Like, I have to kill all these people to drive. And yeah.
Right.
A cool premise.
Matrix came out before 300. Yeah, it's just, don't believe Camel, everybody. Of course, fucking 300 was not the first slow-mo. Don't listen to Camel.
I must defend the king. He's always right. He never gaslights. Everything he says is true.
This is true, but Camel says Manhunter was the first Hunter movie ever.
We're fucking done. Done.
What
True.
about Deer Hunter? When did Deer Hunter come on?
Dear.
Matrix, Matrix
1970.
was the first film to ever take place in a simulated world.
Matrix?
Yeah.
That's
Deer
not
Hunter.
true. There have been like fucking Alice in Wonderland and fucking
That doesn't count.
movies like
That's
Wizard
more of
of
an
Oz movies.
that's more of an isekai.
Yeah, but that's still a simulated world, wouldn't you say?
Has anyone ever done an Alice in Wonderland where she's actually in a computer simulation
Probably.
to like cure her mental
Mm.
illnesses?
Her
Dude,
many
Alice
mental
pretty dope.
illnesses that is surely causing her to hallucinate. I still get Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz mixed up because I'm an idiot.
They're the same film, and they're in the same series. Alice in Wonderland is first, and then the same character that moves to America, and then Wizard of Oz,
They do the
Wizard
name
of
of
Oz happens to her.
Yeah, that's totally that makes sense.
Keenma,
Yeah.
look, Keenma's in the chat. What's up, Keenma? I haven't seen you in forever. Hope you're doing good.
Hello. Sure.
Keenma Non is best non.
Is it? I like
Yo. Thank you for joining. Hit like, everybody. Hit like if you're enjoying this presentation, or even if you're not, you find us weird and awkward. Hit like because I would appreciate it.
Keenma Arthoff. She did the fan art piece that won for The Lost Pages too.
That looks fucking
Oh,
cool,
fun.
and those colors look like they printed very well. Look at that blue. How did that blue print so good?
Dude, I'm telling you, we got the best.
RGB all the way.
There's Keenma. Kick ass.
Nice, beautiful art. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's very well done.
We're talking fight scenes.
Yes, join us as we work through what a good fight scene is. And we're on, let's see, maintains flow, raising and falling tension. Where was I? Oh yeah, rising and falling tension. Going back to tension. I mean, this is just the inverse of the previous point of what a bad fight scene is. So a good fight scene has rising and falling tension. And what I was kind of thinking of was the this isn't universal, but in general, these are generalized rules. Okay, the either the winning power should be with the antagonist side, or it should shift between the two sides. So it should feel like the whatever protagonist that you're supposed to be rooting for is either on the losing side most of the time, or it should be equal, and it should shift constantly to keep the reader engaged. And I rewatched a bunch of fight scenes, and as you can see, I have that go-go fight scene from Kill Bill, and not this one, but the what the fuck ever, the metal chain ball fight scene. That was so well constructed because it was, you never knew what to expect. The bride was always on her back foot because Go-Go was always pulling something new out of her arsenal, but it didn't feel like it was breaking the world building because it was all logical. It's not like she suddenly grew wings and shot fire out of her eyes and shit. So there was a lot of creative problem solving, a lot of using the environment in that fight scene. And I rewatched some Jackie Chan fight scenes as well. Of course, he's known for doing that. So I think that's something like I want to learn from. Why is everybody off camera? You weirdos!
Wait, I went to change my shit. I just realized you could totally pull something from nowhere as long as you know something is going to get pulled from nowhere. And okay.
Phil, where do you have a baby hat?
Have you noticed Phil's hat? Is he really just noticed?
I just noticed.
Hat?
Yeah.
so little. Okay. Oh, it's
That's what
abandoned.
she said.
Yeah.
But no, like say Incredibles. If you have a scene where it's like
Good movie.
they're gonna get a cool new suit,
Mhm.
or any character that's like they got an upgrade. Like in the end of the fight, you probably could have them like reveal what the upgrade actually was towards the end, and it
Mhm.
could turn the tide of battle.
Right.
And that
Right.
would kind of come out of nowhere, but it still has a setup.
Incredibles is so good.
It's incredible,
good.
could say.
Mhm.
I would say it.
Tarantino realized Battle Royale. It shows. I mean, his anime influence shows through just pretty obviously. Right alongside his foot fetish. All right. A good fight scene has clear cause and effect throughout. That's right. So if somebody, that's pretty self-explanatory and is visually cohesive and easy to follow. So camera rules like the 180 rule matter more than ever. And I think if I'm not laying out a fight scene, I don't like you're not supposed to break the 180 rule in comics, but sometimes it's a little more loose and it's like you can get away with kind of breaking it or having the camera like shift during scenes if you just do like a front on shot and then you just have it like switch over. It's fine if you have a lot more leeway when it's characters just standing still and talking, but in a fight scene because everything is moving, it's
Right.
really important to make sure that you have the establishing shots. At least this is what I try to do. I don't know if it's the best way, but personally, this is what I try to do. Make sure there's an establishing shot, the environment, so the reader in their head can see the environment, understands where they are, and as the characters are moving, try to keep the camera on the same side, that's what the 180 rule is. So the readers don't lose track of exactly what is happening, and try to zoom out once in a while. So to keep because they're moving through a scene, and especially if there's like a huge jump, or if like the characters, I don't know, fall off a cliff. Well, you need a new establishing shot to reestablish where they are and make sure that the reader is always oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
even just an establishing object.
Right.
Environmental object.
Gotcha.
Something to keep continuity.
Yeah, even if it was like an ambiguous environment, but you had a distinctive stone or some shit like that.
Like in Connell, there's like a scene where he wakes up on the branch of a tree and then he kind of like swings off it. But it's not just like a one long branch. You put like an offshoot branch. You know what I mean? So in the next shot, you see the straight log. It's not just a straight tube, a featureless cylinder. You got the
Right.
offshoot. But I got a question for Chimera and Phil. So we both understand the 180 rule, and we both understand like look direction for page flow, right? So as you're going across the page, the character the direction a character is like looking in will kind of send you to the next panel. You both get that?
Sure.
Okay. Which one would you choose over the other? Would you choose page flow with character looking direction, which sometimes you may have to break the 180 rule to achieve? Or would you prefer to always have solid 180, even if sometimes the looking direction is fighting against your page flow? Oh yeah, you're both writers.
Yeah, I guess
Good job. You guys
No.
you singled out the two non-artists on
well
the
a lot
panel.
of the
Sorry.
times too, like
Well done.
if an artist doesn't kind of lay out in a kind of flowing way, I also letter my own stuff, so I could letter it to make things flow, like the page flow and how you read things. So that's kind of like the final touch on my end with that stuff. But I mean, as you said, I'm not a artist, so I don't really keep in mind the 180 rule thing.
Whenever you're looking over
I don't give a
whenever you're looking over the artwork you get back, do you guys ever look for stuff like that or not?
I mean, I do, just to make it more entertaining and not boring, so it's not 180 all the time. But
I think it'll stick out, if it's really egregious. But in a lot of my stuff, the characters are very distinct from each other, so I don't get disoriented in in those instances a lot. If that makes sense.
Hmm.
I just leave it up to the artist.
That's the correct
What we're
answer.
paying you for, okay?
Artist. Yeah, just leave all the hard work to the artist.
Yeah, I give Preston kind of full range. Like I have a script and we made an agreement. Like if he thinks of some better layout, he's welcome to, and usually he does.
Sure.
Oh, do you
That's
ever
cool.
give
Yeah.
example layouts with your writing then, Chimera?
Yeah, I just say panel 1 and then I give him the reference and then he's just like, okay, well, I don't feel like doing that. This is better.
Ha! That's fun. What's the most you've had changed? Has anyone completely changed the whole scene because they just thought it was more interesting, or?
Probably with Preston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
You have examples?
Yeah, let me just pull up a page.
I do like it when I was drawing for writers to get more leeway. That was nice. I prefer to have a little bit of it's like you're trusting your collaborator, right?
Hmm.
You're trusting me as an artist to figure out the visual storytelling because that's my job. And I understand like the most comic writers have a good grasp of visual storytelling, but sometimes things you can't see things until it gets to the art point, like when you're doing the visual layouts. So yeah, I do appreciate that workflow.
I really want to work with another artist at some point where I just write, but I want to see what they do with just kind of like the bullet point script where I say what the key events are and what the dialogue is, but there's never a description of any shot to see if they dig working that way or if they're like, you didn't do enough, you need to describe shot by shot for me.
Yeah, I think it all depends on the artist and probably how into the project they are, because I could see some artists being,
for real.
man, I got to do all this work off of this one sentence. But other ones will be like, okay, cool. I get free reign to have fun and do what I want based on this one sentence. The other people might need more direction than that,
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay,
so hurry up.
Yeah, sorry, just yelling stuff. Okay, so here's an example of Preston kind of doing his own layout. You see Carl's point of view, then the King's point of view. Yeah, I like the speed one. So
cool.
Here's an example of like Preston just kind of doing his own thing. It looked a lot better than what I wrote.
Yeah, great layouts. I like the panel breaking there.
It's so good.
Preston's that kind of artist that he'll take something and run with it and be like, oh man, I was thinking about this, so I made the panel. I added a panel here, or continued this and thought I could add this fight scene and add maybe another page to it. So he's very into laying that stuff out like that and kind of adding to the story as well, which is good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Visual cohesive and easy to follow. A few more points. Almost done. Features consequences that are believable and consistent. Right. So this is just, again, another point that's the inverse of previously with all like the injuries and character reaction. So it's like if a character gets stabbed and their best friend doesn't react at all. I mean, honestly, I see that a lot in some stories, and especially, I don't know, see that a lot in modern comics where the characters just don't have believable reaction or they're cracking a joke when a situation should be very serious. And I don't like that because that breaks immersion. Everything should be about immersion.
Yeah.
Doesn't break.
I mean, that's like the Marvel films too, right? Like everything's just like really cracking jokes and stuff, especially the later ones. Like nothing's really serious. Except,
ever since the Avengers movie, it's like every 5 minutes.
Right.
And then Thor was normal in the first movie, and then he's basically a joke in 3 and Ragnarok.
Yeah, 3.
What is the one? Love and Thunder. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the actor actually recently apologized for that.
He regretted that.
He didn't even write the movie, and he apologized.
Wait, the Thor guy, wasn't he? I think he said like he got a bit too into the improv. Is that what he said?
I think he was saying he regretted how much of a joke character Thor became from the first film to the final one.
Hi, Jolly Green. What's up?
Yo.
The last 2 points almost done. I know this list is really fucking long. Doesn't break character or world building even when surprises are introduced. And most importantly, I think a good fight scene reveals story and progresses the characters. It's not just characters punching each other and nothing changes, nothing is resolved, nothing is revealed about the characters. It should tie directly into where the story is going, and the characters should come out of a fight scene different than how they went into it, how they entered that scene.
Definitely, yeah. Especially if it's an impactful event, that character should be changed, either overcoming something or, getting hurt, or their philosophies or ideas are changed because of the events of that.
Yeah, I mean, you're using Old Boy. Dude was working out for 15 years and boxing or shadow boxing. Like, he was prepared.
Yo, the Old Boy, the fight scene, the hallway fight scene. So I have the next slide is, let's just move on to the next one. I just put a few fight scenes that I thought were really good here, and I figured I could just discuss. I know, yes, Jake, blah blah blah. You don't.
All of them are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is that the really slow one? The one in the top right? It's like,
yes.
I see footage of this. What is this, like, slow? Is it like Zack Snyder filmed it? Slow-mo fighting?
Sure.
It's the conclusion to that fight scene is just we got close to each other and one of us slipped a knife in while you weren't looking. The reason why I didn't like it, I was like, you guessed that was what was going to happen. And then they did a fake out where they pretended it didn't happen. And then they're like, oh, but we did it anyway. And it's like, yeah, I thought you would. Sorry.
So anyways, I thought it was good. It wasn't any mind-blowing innovation, but, well, did Old Boy the hallway fight scene have any mind-blowing innovation? No, it was just filmed in a really cool way. It was one guy using a fucking hammer beating up 30 guys down a hallway. It was great.
Was it one shot?
It was one shot, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like in Daredevil.
Yeah, I prefer when they did it in Daredevil.
Yeah.
Old Boy ripped off Daredevil. Is that what you're saying?
No. Daredevil was way
Ripped
later.
off.
But...
Yeah, Old Boy.
Mm.
Or oh shit, what's the movie that Dredd ripped off? What's that?
I know what you're talking about. It's another. Is it Korean, that film?
No, it's like Thai or something. What is it?
It's one word. Raid. Yeah, the
Raid. Yeah.
Romy.
Okay.
There's a good fight scene in there too.
Cool.
Raid.
Yeah. So all the points we talked about before, or almost all, so Phil doesn't, not Phil, sorry. So Jake doesn't lose his mind. Like, oh my god, dude, was it good? Okay. All right. So establishing the stakes, establishing the abilities of both parties, keeping the fight moving forward, having momentum, and the fight being some sort of resolution to the plot, the characters coming out of the fight different than how they entered. There was an actual plot progression going on during the fight, and especially the Go-Go fight. This one, the Kill Bill fight between the Bride and Go-Go, all the environmental aspects, like I was mentioning before, were really, really good. And the Die Hard fight, this one was good as well, how they used the environment and how the chain was used at the end. And I think that bringing the environment in really helps a lot with that. But yeah.
I also prefer the dialogue where he says, I'm going to kill you, cook you, and fucking eat you.
Amazing dialogue. Dialogue during fight scenes is a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing you need to. It's like a technique because you can't just stop monologue.
In comics, it's happened forever, right? Like, well, in American comics, like there's conversations happening during action sequences. Some people are like when I see it in a book, I don't think anything of it because I'm so used to it in comic books. But there's creators and fans that don't like dialogue during fight scenes. What do you guys think about that, specifically in comics?
I mean, it is kind of good to fill in some blanks with not some monologuing, but maybe some quick banter, because just saying ugh and and ow, that hurts in comics might get a little stale.
Yeah.
It becomes a little unbelievable. And I think with shonen, because it's supposed to be over the top, shonen has this trope of like characters shouting out their attacks and shit, but it's shonen, right? It's like it's not, the believability factor is different because it's made for, teenagers, but you have to be aware of your audience more or less. And well, always you have to be aware of your audience. And I think if you're trying to portray a fight scene as believable for an adult audience, then just having them monologuing and talking about what they're going to do, that's silly. But a unique tool that comics has is internal narration. And I think that's something that, so I was watching a bunch of videos in preparation for this of writers, like novel writers, talking about fight scenes. And one, it was mentioned several times that you could use the medium of prose in a way that visual mediums usually can't, because you think visual mediums and people think games or movies, but I was like, well, no, comics can also use internal narration, because in a movie a fight scene can only be presented from an external point of view, but in a book it can be presented from an internal point of view. What is the character actually thinking as they're fighting? And in comics you can do the same thing, probably a little less of it, but that would be a tool in your arsenal.
You've now made me think of a possible film where you have it's like American Psycho, that style internal monologue about like a depressed assassin that's having those kind of thoughts whilst in a really intense fight, and you kind of, all the fight sound effects are like quietened down whilst you're just hearing his internal monologue speaking about the detail, like he's criticizing the other fighter really slowly with an internal monologue whilst this really intense fight is happening quietly.
Yeah, I mean they did that perfectly in the Sin City films, of course, based on the comics and all that internal monologue and thought balloon stuff, throughout the whole film and during fight scenes, stuff like that as well. But yeah, I like getting a peek into the character's mind during crazy moments.
In Sin City, it's like short and sweet when the yellow bastard is getting his weapons removed. It's such a good line, and it's basically telling you what he's doing. He rips off his junk.
Right.
Character development in fight scenes, yeah.
You can a character could use talking as a tool though in a fight, like using it to throw people off, making themselves like to seem stupid to the opponent, so they kind of underestimate them. You know what I mean? Like maybe a distraction thing. If you can get them thinking about what you're saying, then they're focusing less on the fight. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, that's shit talking. That's a form of that.
For sure, yeah. And I mean, even in films, they do it sometimes where, and I guess a comic would just be like, think of in The Matrix when Morpheus is teaching Neo how to fight, and they're in the dojo. There's banter back and forth, and there's breaks in the action of them holding a pose, and they converse with each other, stuff like that.
Yeah. I have a couple more slides after this. TLDR fight scenes are hard. Yes, they are. It's a pain in the ass. I'm trying to redo a couple fight scenes in Phoenix 3, and it's driving me fucking crazy. Okay. Thoughts in summation. A fight scene is like a mini story. It's every chapter has its own beginning, middle, and end, and every scene ideally should have its own beginning, middle, and end. Every scene is a mini story. So a fight scene is also a mini story, and it helps to know the end before starting. At least that's how I'm trying to think about it. And knowing the end before starting and find the most interesting path to last solution is how you make it entertaining. Make a fight either equally matched or establish the antagonist side as being more powerful than the protagonist, and get in the character's head. Comics are both visual and text-based, and you can use narration to add further insight. Right. So that's something that I mentioned just now. There's some extra thoughts.
Yeah, I like the. Oh, okay. Is there another one in summation?
Is there a typo? I was typing
Second
a lot.
typo.
Where?
I don't see it.
I'm sure it's in there.
What were you going to say, Jake?
I like the idea of a fight being basically a problem that a solution needs to be found for. The solution can't be a coincidence that gets pulled out of nowhere. They have, you know what I mean? Like it. You can pull that solution from the environment, or you can pull that solution through a new, interesting connection between elements you already know about in the characters. Darkfield mentioned Mob Psycho 100 has some pretty psychedelic, amazing fights. Here's the fun thing about like comedy, because what Irene's saying is you need an interesting solution to the fight, right? Seeing as in comedy you can do anything, interesting solutions are kind of easy because you don't have to worry about breaking that rule of pulling something out of nowhere, or it breaks already established rules. You know what I mean? You can have fun anyway. But yeah, I can I can imagine a really serious. The more serious the fight is, the more clever your solution has to be.
True,
Yeah, and I think it's a really good key to take away from this is the solution should explain something more about the characters.
Good point.
But like as long as it creates a transition from what the state of the characters and story was at the beginning to what they are at an end, like you can literally have a really powerful character that has their shit together, and just a really much more overpowered character could come in and completely beat them down and almost kill them, and the rest of the story could be how they built back up there. You know what I mean? They didn't even find a solution to win. There was just a transition that you anticipate that this character could be good. They get fucking floored, and now you're actually anticipating where he'll probably rise even greater than where he was before in order to defeat that enemy, right? Not all conflict scenes, I guess, have to have a solution. They just transition the state into something that serves your story overall.
Funny enough, I have some panel questions for the end. And and the subverting fight scenes is the second question. But let's start with, how does one gauge the appropriate length of a fight scene? Can it go on for too long? How do you know when to stop?
100-page fight scene. Do it.
I mean, you can. There have been comics that have managed that. Perfect 10 is like that. It's just nonstop action, so you can do it.
Well, Kamira, what's that crazy JoJo's thing? The bonk thing?
The bonk? No, that's
The JoJo's bonk. That's what they call it.
okay. I don't know what you're talking about. They use stands to fight, so it appears like these two guys are standing in front of each other. Nothing is happening, but only stand users can see stands.
The Muda. What's the Muda thing? What is that?
That's in part 3 where Jotaro's stand. I can't do the voice, but that's what he's. That's
Thank
what the
God.
stand. That's what the
Right,
stand.
but isn't that like a bunch of pages? 17 pages.
I guess I never read the manga.
Oh, TC knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, well, I mean, I've gotten over the last few years some books. But one book in specific where like the final fight scene feels like it's 20 pages, which is the whole issue. And like, is that too much? And I've heard from some people criticize it, be like, yeah, this fight is going on way too long. But that was one of my questions for people in the chat and the panel is there a fight scene that calls for that much? Is it too much?
I mean, JoJo's is it's literally called Bizarre Adventure. It's like one of the weirdest animes of all time.
Yeah.
It's what I
Pretty much anybody-
like to call a bizarre adventure.
Yeah, it's You know, like in part 3, every dude is 6'5" and super buff, and Jotaro's 17, but he looks like he's 40. Like, it doesn't have to
What's
make sense.
JoJo's?
And so,
Yeah, it's JoJo's. It's just how it is.
right, and so
It's just bizarre.
the author knows the rules, and so he's bending them without breaking them. He's a fucking weirdo. He's awesome.
Well, all right,
I
there
don't-
you go. Bend the rules, but don't break them.
I don't think there's a
Right,
technical
JoJo.
limit on all of how long to make anything. It's like even with a normal scene, right? As long as like you've just got to know that you're doing it and be self-aware about it. Like there's got to be a point to why you've made it that long. Like in One Punch Man, the current arc is literally one long fight scene which is going on for way too long, and I think
Yeah.
that's the bit. I think that's the bit. But yeah.
Well, I think
Mhm.
that fight scenes can go on for too long because, like we talked about earlier in the show, is you want those peaks and valleys and that can be extrapolated to any part of storytelling, and that's what creates a natural contrast with a high and a low. But in the fight scenes, if all you have is those peaks and valleys, and there's no payoff, and then it's like a wrestling match that's 4 hours long, and it's a back and forth between these two people, and then you just give your audience, for lack of a better term, blue balls, but it better pay off well. I think it becomes harder and harder to craft an actual scene like that the longer and longer it is, because
I bet
your audience is waiting for it.
I bet you could make
you
one.
know
Go on.
what the audience is really waiting for. Look who showed up. Hello.
Hey!
Hey, it's a narwhal.
As per usual.
Oh my
The
god.
Mavericks won, so I'm still in the running for my $3,000 paycheck.
Nice.
That's why he
Awesome!
wasn't here. That's why he wasn't here. He was watching fucking
He was
football or
watching
baseball or
sports
whatever it
ball.
is.
Football, right?
He's abandoned the show so many times just to watch his sports
Wait,
ball.
let me.
So
We'll all
sad.
literally
guess. We'll all
addicted.
guess what sport it was. I think it's basketball.
It's
What do you think
baseball.
it is, Jake?
Football.
What do you think it was, Irene?
Football? I don't fucking know. I thought it was
Guess
like
the ball.
basketball or something.
It's baseball.
Yeah.
Is it baseball?
Okay.
No.
I
No,
don't care.
it's basketball.
Yes.
I played
Yeah.
I played
I was
b-ball.
right.
I
I
knew
played
it.
b-ball in high school. I was pretty good back in the day.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
great.
feel like I've mentioned or I've remember hearing you talk about basketball. That's what.
Yeah.
Cool. Yay, we have a full show. It's fine. It's fine. I'll let Narwhal
Baseball.
watch his sports ball sometimes, but we're glad
He
you're
can
here.
get in the meme. He made it into the meme.
We'll see.
Ray's dead spell was successful. Yeah, I can't wait for Alex's meme. This will be great. Narwhal is uncanceled now, everybody. He's back. He's back. We brought him back to life. You got here just in time for the last panel, the last slide of the presentation. So we're talking about fight scenes, and we're on the panel questions. So the question now is there value in completely subverting a fight scene? So I was watching this video breaking down how Miyazaki movies handle conflict in general, not just fight scenes, and he has a tendency to defuse conflict. So even if characters fight, oftentimes at the end there is no definitive winner. It's just defuse. It's almost like, oh, both sides kind of took damages, and then they realize there was another solution. That's how Miyazaki writes a lot of fight scenes, or a lot of characters that are presented as villainous. For example, the giant baby in Spirited Away, right, becomes a companion later on, and the scary dragon also becomes a creature that's in need, and it turns out that it's Haku and all this kind of stuff, and it all these things that
Haku?
are presented at Kohaku, the dragon. Yeah, all these characters that are presented as threats are it's that whole creating sympathetic antagonists or subverting fights, and that I think a lot of Western media is trying to do now, but Miyazaki actually does it, and I think it usually works. So what is the value? Is there value in completely subverting a fight scene? Does this risk angering the viewer? What do you guys think?
Yeah. You know what that makes me think of is Indiana Jones when the sword guy comes out and whips out his sword. you get the feeling it's going to be a big sword fight, and Indiana Jones just goes, shoots him.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
wasn't it-
Yeah.
well, it was supposed to be a fight scene, but I think Harrison Ford didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's even
funny.
better.
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
great.
Amazing.
Miyazaki does do fights, but he doesn't. If there's a way to not do a fight scene, no, he does do fights, because my favorite movie from him is Princess Mononoke, and when he does do fight scenes, it's good. Like the fight scenes in there when Ashitaka is fighting the samurai, it's so good. It's well planned. Everything reads so well. It's so fucking brutal. Like that shit it's really is dynamic and it's really well done. But I think Mononoke is his most actiony movie, right? Most of his other films are conflict based. It's not really like
Yeah.
battle.
Real quick too, it was like either Caleb or Kurikino on Twitter. I forget which one, but they posted like an idea, and it was a sci-fi idea where we're kind of fighting an AI army, but the AI army can do such good math and calculation that they always know who's going to win. And if they know they're going to lose, then they never fight. And the humans know this. So the humans know that if the robots fight them, they know they're going to lose. So then they don't fight. So it's like forever retreating, basically. I don't know. It sounded kind of good.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
One example is Dragon Ball Z, where a fight between two characters will last 4-5 episodes, maybe more. And they actually did Dragon Ball Kai, where they trimmed down a lot of scenes.
Because it was too much.
Yeah, it was little.
I heard there was an episode where it was Goku screaming for 30 minutes, charging up to his next form.
That's my impression of Dragon Ball in general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
remember
just
his-
screaming and typing up.
If you ever tried it, Phil, who are you to say it's not going to work?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure he's tried it. I feel like every boy has tried it who's seen Dragon Ball.
I never
I
seen
tried
it.
Aren't I right?
I did try it.
Yeah, well, of course
For a
you
full half
did.
an hour? Did you do it for a full half an hour?
No, I ran out of energy. It was
Pretty
after
thrilled.
when
You need
Oh.
to try harder. Go out in the street right now and just scream at this guy and for 30 minutes.
I like that pink
Big
guy,
fan.
Majin Buu. He's
that
pretty
is
cool.
the worst villain. Yeah.
No, when he's jacked though,
Oh, that's when he's cool. That's the one. Yeah.
he's cool.
I just like actual pink guy on YouTube.
Oh, pink guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Goku took a while just to power up into his Super Saiyan 3 form.
Very fair.
Yeah.
I
I
think
never
he
seen
was
it.
screaming. He was screaming for like 5 minutes.
I'm more of a
They totally,
what?
go on. They
Oh,
totally
that-
stole that whole thing. Go on.
No. Where'd they
They
steal?
totally stole it.
Just someone talk.
Jake, talk.
They totally stole that whole thing from Sonic the Hedgehog with the yellow hair and stuff.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
we were trying to talk about. Was fucking
Everything
Sonic.
was stolen from Sonic
He does,
or
he turns- he
Simpsons or Futurama.
He goes like
according
gold,
to Jake.
right? He goes gold.
Sorry, the reverse is true.
Yeah,
Um,
Sonic does turn
No, no,
gold
no.
in one of the video games, but they stole that from Dragon Ball.
I'm more of a Cyber
Yeah.
City Oedo kind of
Nerd
guy.
fights.
Mhm.
Just watch
All
that.
right, moving on. No more nerd fighting. How to bring unexpected elements into a fight scene without it breaking immersion as a general storytelling challenge, but
Oh.
specifically for fights.
This fits a little bit with what we were talking last week about suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
just watched a cut scene of some ridiculous action, but it was Devil May Cry 3, and there's a part where like he's fighting some demons and he's in a pool hall and he slams on the pool table and all the balls go flying in the air, and then he does something and the white ball shoots right by his face in slow motion, and then he pulls his gun and he shoots the white ball right as it comes to his gun. The white ball shoots out and hits all the balls, and then all the balls go boink and hit the bad guys in the face, and they all fall.
Very believable. Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna just walk down to the local pool hall and do that.
Yeah.
Or another good example of that is if you go back to the 1960s, the Batman film where Batman is hanging from the bat helicopter on the ladder, and then a shark jumps up out of the water and grabs onto his leg. So he reaches down to his utility belt and pulls out bat shark repellent
Yeah.
spray, and then sprays the bat with the shark with it.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I mean, why wouldn't he have that? That makes total sense.
Well, no,
Duh.
here's the thing. Here's why that's kind of fine. Is because he's got cool shit on his belt that he does pull out of his ass every now and then, and it's actually really funny that he just happens to have bat shock repellent. Like, it actually works really well, even though it's using an example of like
Comedy
bullshit.
breaks all the rules. Once again, we're back to comedy can break all the rules.
He's always prepared.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
Silver Age.
He's always wearing a condom 24/7.
Hey, don't you guys?
I mean, I guess you could get away with that in the Silver Age. Not now.
I assure you, I don't.
What, wearing a condom 24/7?
No,
I assure you, I don't.
The bat shark.
You have to-
repellent, I kind
You
of.
have to use a lot of elastic bands to keep it on.
Oh my god. All right.
Alrighty.
Moving on. All right, that's the last panel questions.
That's the last
Dun,
one.
dun, dun. That's it. Yep.
Cool.
The end. Da, da, da. Yay! Conclusion. Thank you. I don't have a concluding screen. I usually do, but I failed this time, so let's just go back to the front. Da, 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 da.
Nice.
Thank you,
Wow,
Brad.
looks like a
Yay!
good presentation you did. Nice job. I just saw
Yeah, it
the
was good.
reviews.
Yeah.
I took
That
it all
was- it was
in.
brilliant.
You flashed
Yeah,
it and I took it in.
You were totally listening the whole time. I mean, it was a little rambling. I could have pared this down a little more, but I think it was pretty good. I put in effort and shit. Yeah. I'm just gonna
It's-
end on this. Fight scenes are hard. The end.
I wanted
It's a
to
tradition.
go on.
It's a Creative Block tradition. When you know that someone's done 10 slides, they were worried it wasn't good enough, and they're definitely going to talk too much. When you see
Wait.
10 slides.
No. This just okay. If I have more time to think about a subject, usually I can pare it down a little bit, right? Because I'm naturally verbose as fuck, and so this is me not having enough time because I was a busy day. So hopefully it didn't suck, guys.
No, it didn't suck
Okay,
at all. It
cool.
was great.
I hope.
Yay! Awesome.
I hope. Shout outs to Jolly Green who said he just got the Lost Pages today. Check out the fight scenes in that, and then let me know what you think. Everybody, that
Yeah, awesome.
because
It was better than Jake's Impact. That was a great presentation, TC.
Well, at least it wasn't the worst presentation ever on Creative.
Have you heard of any of these things? Dark Feld is talking about Hamatora and Rehamatora and Tawan Kwan. Tawano Kwan.
It's very racist film.
No, he says that if you like X-Men, I know you don't generally check out anime, check out these things. You might like them because you like X-Men.
Oh, Rehamatora.
He yawned.
Is that even
Get him.
Japanese?
Sorry.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
that.
I'm only joking.
It's an anime?
Probably. should.
Oh yeah, I see it here. Rehamatora.
I need more coffee.
It looks like a bunch of
Hamatora.
anime kids.
I've never heard of this before.
See, here's the thing that I can't get
He
into.
says Taiwan Kwame.
It's my secret name.
Yeah.
Figured it out. Quan.
But this is why I probably would like, and I've seen some episodes of My Hero Academia. The reason I would enjoy it is because they all have like different costumes and costume designs and stuff. Like when I look at, a lot of animes, it's just, oh, you just look like an anime character that's in street clothes,
I always just thought it was weird they made a whole anime about eating nuts.
Hamtaro.
Macadamia nut.
That's what it's called, right? It's called My Hero Macadamia.
Oh my god.
And they just eat.
It's a good manga. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Let's do a round of promotions, guys.
Thanks,
Let's go
Phil.
through and check out
No.
a few.
Homo all promo.
Yes.
That's what Camel
That's
says.
precisely what I said.
Those were good shows.
For our guest first, Testament, Volume 3. Tell us about this book.
Sure. So Testament's about a swordsman named Carl from this wasteland area. Teams up with a group of rebels, and along the way discovers he descends from a divine bloodline. And so he uses his newfound powers to defeat a awakened evil from the past. Basically a science fantasy series I've been working on since 2017. Preston Acevedo's doing one of the covers, and all the main story interior arts. So it's all like physically painted. I'm a big fan of Simon Bisley, especially his Horned God, Slain, by him and Pat Mills. And that was all fully painted back in the 80s. And I think we got the idea when Preston did a backup story for Testament 1, and that was like everyone's favorite part of the book, funny enough.
His art is really good. This is a beautiful painting.
Super badass.
He's also very...
For the preview book.
Yeah, I gave Phil a preview
This
book.
is
in
nice, too.
CQE too. That's Dexter Soy, the least soy cover. He does Gunslinger Spawn, and he did.
His name is a misnomer. Psych.
Yeah. Yeah, and he did Red Hood, I think in Rebirth. And then
Yeah,
Joe
that's a good
Ball.
cover.
He's working on Image right now.
Joe Ball
Joe
did one of
Ball.
these retro covers,
Yeah.
kind of like 80s Marvel stuff.
Badass.
Cool.
The wolf is not howling; he's in pain because he stepped on a Lego.
Oh.
That's a whiny ass wolf. Tell that wolf to grow some
Hey.
balls.
Someone should draw the rest of that cover where we see the wolf's foot on the Lego. That'd be good.
Way too much effort. You can do that, Phil. You're a budding artist.
That's true.
Why don't you? Yeah. You even have an entry in Jake's book coming up.
Yeah,
Really
best page of the whole
beautiful
book. Feels very.
Yep, he beat all of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway,
Mind blowing.
here's Carl facing off against some giants who want to eat him.
It looks
So,
like a butcher.
Yeah.
Fucking shit. It's cool.
And again, Preston kind of, like I just said, they're like just pale and gross looking, and he went overboard. He's really good at character design.
Yeah,
Mhm.
wicked.
I like how he has a very distinctive style. It's not just the painting style, but the designs and the shape language. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Preston's shape language is very distinct.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that you could look at a new piece from him, and I could tell that it's from Preston. You know, the way he draws muscles and renders, striations and shapes, like you're saying, jawline. A lot of that too, which I love seeing. All the different eclectic styles that all these artists have met over the years, and I love seeing that. It's so cool.
Yep.
That face. That's a good fucking face, yeah. Yeah, this art is great.
Yep.
Very cool.
And there's his female companions getting kidnapped, and there's a little flashback. That green down there. Scroll down just a little bit. That is Carl's great grandpa in the black armor. He's giantess relay in his story about a run-in between a mage and Carl's grandpappy.
So cool.
Yeah, great colors and everything.
Yeah, I love his color palettes too. Giants.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
And
that,
you can buy some original art.
that could be a freaking cover like that. Layout reminds me of like an old school cover,
Yeah.
almost like a Venom Spidey feel.
It originally was just another panel, but then Preston decided to make it its own page.
Yeah.
Yep. Apparently, he decided he would be all kinds of extra.
He is actually the writer.
Preston is now the writer.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're doing here. He's just he wrote this whole thing to thank Preston for this book happening.
Where's the benefactor?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a side story when Carl was an old man by Corey Barton. Corey will finish coloring the last 2 pages. He's stuck in the Philippines right now till the 21st. So
Yeah, he's like hanging over a pungy spike pit right now in the Philippines.
Wait,
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
wait, he is. No, he's not. What's happening?
Yeah.
Why is he stuck in the Philippines?
He and his wife are on vacation.
The
Okay.
tribesmen
That's-
have them tied to.
Just ignore everything Phil is saying. So anyway, this is
There's
a side
honey.
story where Carl is an old man and he,
Rip Barton. It was good knowing you.
yeah.
You did good art. Farewell.
Anyway, there's old Carl fighting against some futuristic pirates.
Cool. Oh, that's
And-
interesting. Doing a flash forward. Hey,
And a flash.
Garcia.
Yep, and there's a flashback to Hannah. She's a mage, and that's her origins.
He's everywhere.
Yep,
Man,
and
Garcia is so prolific.
I don't have it on the campaign, but we reached a stretch goal where Canales is going to do a short story where SOS meets Testament characters. So
It's a
fun.
crossover.
yeah, he's been wanting to draw SOS, and I finally broke down.
Yeah, Canals is awesome. He was out here for C2E2. I got him to sign a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
And really cool guy.
So first week backers got a free custom box and metal card, and a few people hit me up, so I added the box. You have to pay for it, but it's also on the add-on. So if you want a custom box, it's there. You can just customize your order.
You don't say. You have to pay for something on the campaign.
So anyway,
That's great.
about 56
Yeah, the
pages.
art looks really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody go check this out. How much time is left on it?
6 days.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Or
Is
right
this
now,
like the
5
final
days.
6 days?
Oh, you got sketch cards on here too?
Most of those sold out.
I thought I saw something.
Well, you have trading card original art, so you have the trading cards. There's still original art on here.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
at
and you
that.
have that splash page is still available. So, bam! Any collectors who are interested. Everything else is sold out. Yeah, all the original art is sold out. So, 6 days. Is this the final 6 days? 5
No.
days left now. Technically.
No, it's the first.
First 30.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Well, Testament, volume 3 on Indiegogo. Everyone, check it out.
Thank you.
And
Very tasty.
yeah.
Indeed.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Good.
Check it out. I forgot I made this. I put it in a tweet. I'm like, I should start actually doing things that people do by posting on social media. So I put together this little image. But yeah, Conan the Barbarian preview book. I think I'm going to launch the campaign in about 3 weeks. I'm making a preview book so I can take it to conventions. Going to Heroes Con. Might go to another con this year. Who knows? But because like the chat I have been here the entire time, I feel like I would be doing them dirty by not making it available to them. So I'm only making 100 of them. I'm going to take 50 of them to conventions, and I'll have 50 up on the campaign. This is like a visual representation of what's in the book. It's the first 15 pages of rough pencils. You can see like the first 2 there in the middle. We've got character design sheets with little lore snippets. You can see Slugsy's one on the right there with all of the different names that I can't pick yet. But who knows? Maybe he'll be a man of many names.
Pinko.
Yeah.
I like you just put all the different names on there. It's like, I haven't made up my mind yet. I'll print it anyway.
Slugsy, Pinko, Sluggo, Pinksley, but his real name, I guess, is Giuseppe. And
Slugsy. I like Slugsy. I've already latched onto it.
Giuseppe.
that was General Piggy's suggestion, by the
Okay.
way, if you're out there watching.
I don't think
That doesn't align with his background. I'm not going to say what it is, but it would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That's from a different
I'm trying-
culture. You can't parody 2 cultures at the same time.
Okay, fine. Oh, you gonna
No, I
cultural
get it, I get it.
appropriation? Go right ahead.
Yeah. But there's character profiles for characters you've never seen before, and 2 of them are hinted at right there. We've got Truffle at the top, and we have some kind of mysterious robe going on underneath Slugsy. Those are like 2 hints. We've got the layouts in the bottom right are kind of like the super rough layouts to the same pages you're going to see in pencil. Some kind of like original concept art stuff, which is the 2 babes at the bottom middle, and even some wonderful fan art pieces. As you can see, the amazing Michael Bancroft submitted a piece right in the middle there. of Connell standing on a block woman, and I'd never kind of used that concept before, and I might be drawing something right now that kind of steals Bancroft's idea and plays off it. There's tons of Michael Rushbrook fan art in there too. There's a piece by Irene in there. There's a piece by Phil in there. It's going to be fucking awesome. So sign up at connellcomic.com. When I launch the campaign, I'm even going to have some original art. This updated cover, it's like different to how it used to look. I decided to do some like a nice piece of art. So this is actually on the cover. It's like the background. It's like a nest of, girth rope. And so yeah, here's because I wanted to try this out. I wanted to use like whiteout and markers and stuff and make it really rough, but then color the grays in. So if you switch back to the cover again, you switch back to the image, like it doesn't look gray. Like I managed to get all the colors, all those grays having like nice colorful energy in it. So yeah, it was really fun coloring a grade piece. But this will be up on the campaign too for anyone who wants to snag it.
Dude, what happens when you sell out of the 50 on online?
I think you're gonna sell out of those 50 real quick.
Well, get it while you can. It's gonna be because I'm taking it to a convention. They're being printed beforehand, so I can't sell more. There's 100 of them. If you sign up, you'll get a free sketch in the back, like a remark. There's like a whole page that's blank. But it's not. There's a blank area on it, and I'll draw something if you're signed up. So sign up at connellcomic.com if you want that free drawing. If you don't, I guess you don't have to. Yeah.
Bringing any heroes? Yeah, Jake will be at Heroes. He's going to be bringing this to Heroes. So, Jake, you doing this book is what prompted me to start thinking, well, should I do a preview book for chapter 3? I won't. I don't think I will. Okay. It was a thought that ran past my mind, but, most people seemed open to it, but I think it's different for you because Connell hasn't launched yet. So this is the early preview and a collector's item for anybody that can get in early. And now this is only 100 copies that you're printing, and you're probably not going to print any more, right? So
no, I'm not printing any more of this. Like this Jake, book is not. Damn. Yeah.
Jake, do a mini comic that's non-canon that ruins your story.
The folded one. Does it give it in like a spoiler or what? What do you mean by ruin?
There's like where Connell, he gets his dick cured or something right away.
Okay.
Cut off.
So I've wanted to do. I have actually thought that I wanted to do one of those mini comics for it, but I haven't thought of what it is yet. But okay, I'll try my best. It might happen. I could draw it on a single page too and put that original on the campaign. There's going to be a few originals out.
Oh yeah.
So
speaking of originals, you should have them on the campaign. Will you bring any to Heroes? How are you going to manage?
I could. Yeah, because some friends were talking about how people like buying original art at Heroes. I might take I'll take a couple of my portfolios. I'll take at least my sketch card book. Because this I drew a bunch of character design sketch cards that I have like in a folder. Erectile dysfunction. Ed, just a character called Ed. Hi, I'm Eddie. I'm
yeah.
It's great. He just gives him like a stare in the eye, and Connell goes soft.
No,
the ultimate nemesis of Connell: old age and vascular problems.
Oh my god!
But yeah, I'll take some original art to, and who knows if you buy it at the show, you could beat someone out that's online. I could take it off the campaign there and then if someone buys it in person. Who knows? So when the art's up there, get it as quickly as you can. But if you buy it on the campaign, I could give it to you in person too if you're coming to the show.
Cool.
I'll also have the Blue Dick X campaign, but I'll talk about that later. It's gonna look fucking sweet. It's a 5 centimeter Blue Dick X with screen printed blood over the top. It has a keychain element, which is the same keychain element as Lego key rings. If anyone out there loves the Lego keychains with the little minifigures,
big selling point.
He was really excited about that. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, are Lego keychains a thing? He's like, yeah. Okay, cool.
The high quality. Yeah.
The keychains are cool though. It is a really cool design. So it's
Blue glitter.
yeah, as
Blue
blue
glitter.
blue glitter. Yep. So I like it. Awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to bring this to Heroes, and you're gonna have some other stuff. That awesome banner.
I can't wait either.
I'm very happy. I'm
Oh,
hyped.
yeah.
I'm hyped for this con to happen.
Hold on. Speaking of banner, yeah, I have been working on a banner for the show, and here it is. Just to so as you can see,
Yeah!
Bancroft drew for the first time Connell stepping on women. So I'm like, you know what? I'll make a whole pile of them that he's
Yeah.
standing on now and totally rip Bancroft up. Because as you know, these ideas are just floating around in the ether.
That's right.
So
Beautiful. I love it. You whipped that up
Yeah.
right, Crick. I'm very envious because I don't really have time to work on my comic right now, and you have all the time. And someday.
every time I show something
I'm
off
so
that I've been
envious.
doing, she seethes with jealousy because she doesn't get
Every
to work
day,
on it.
every day. He's like, oh, he has all the time to work on his comic, and I'm like, but it's okay. I just have to get through this whole trove of work. You need a sketchy starts book. I like that idea for anybody that's launching a new IP, like something completely new. Doing a sketchy starts, a preview book would be good. I don't think
Yeah.
Phil said Kid Chimera, but I can keep this.
I was
chat
thinking
right
it
there, I
very
think.
loudly.
Yeah, I can just keep that chat right there, and then is that a
You don't even
compromise?
know he's
We can do
here.
that. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. Everybody,
Yeah,
check out Carnal, and also there's a sign up for Carnal. So I'll
Do
switch
it.
back to my screen share. Da da da. Here you go. Before
I need to
the
update
Heroes
that
campaign
art.
launches. Yeah, this is
I'm-
for the actual book whenever that launches later this year. Yeah.
No, it's for this too. If you signed up
Yeah.
here, that's where you'll get the free remark, the free sketch in the back of the book, because that's what you'd get at a convention. So yeah, anyone that signs up, connellcomic.com, put your email in that field, and yeah, I'll do a doodle in the back of the book. And they're all
Cool.
numbered too, from 1 to 100. And I'm thinking of putting the first 50 as the campaign ones. So like whoever backs in order will get. I'm thinking of doing that. So whoever gets number 1 will get number 1 of the book.
Oh yeah.
That's a good idea. Collector's item.
Maybe I'll get it.
Yeah, beat Alex at it.
Maybe I will.
It's impossible. That's impossible. He is the ultimate big bad BBUGs of backing, being number 1 backers. That made no sense. Lost Pages 3.
Yes, dude, we're so close somehow to 43,000. That's insane. Thank you guys for backing us through fulfillment. We're still fulfilling. I sent out 2 loads of books today as well. I went in the morning and then again after work and to the post office. And this weekend we're doing like a fulfillment party too at my place. So you should get a lot out. I'm going out of town at the end of the month, so we want to be done with fulfillment by then. And my brother's going out of town as well. He's going on vacation. But you guys can still get everything on there. Of course, people are posting that they've got books. Books are out in the wild. Read them. Let me know what you guys think. Post about it. Make videos. And excited for you guys to get them. And speaking of preview books, the next project that we're going to do is we talked about this a few months ago. It's the Lost Pages crossover with the Kill Journal. So if you guys dig Crimstone in this story, you're going to have more Crimstone action probably in just another month or so, because we're going to do a preview book for that. That's going to be like the first, 12 pages in black and white line art, and then some concepts in the back as well. It's going to be limited like the Carnal to maybe 100, maybe 200 copies, and we're going to sell them. I don't think we're going to do a campaign. I think we're going to sell them on online, just on our website. But then after that, we do the crowdfunder, and that book is 60 pages, 60-page one shot, super cool. It's Crimstone in a horror setting where people are dying in their sleep, and Jazz and Crim have to help the survivors from the Kill Journal. So that's going to be super badass. Rob Willis did the cover. I think we have another cover on the way. But yeah, check this out. Thank you guys for backing. Everybody gets that Roquefort card plus a bookmark and some other cards and a 6 a.m. sticker. So we got our work cut out for us on fulfilling all this stuff this weekend. But yeah,
Fantastic.
thank you all.
Yeah, beautiful looking book. Very exciting.
And internationals
just
are coming, Jake. So
I can't wait.
Someone was
I hope
asking about the.
hope they come
Yeah.
deep in my mailbox, Phil, and come as quickly as possible.
No
Right.
innuendo there at all. Jake definitely doesn't think about dicks all day, every day.
no.
It happens by accident. All the innuendos happen by accident.
Yeah,
Not
that's
that
all
that one.
everything about.
That one was definitely on purpose, but
They're happy accents. Hey, Finatra's in the chat. Did you get
Hey!
Finatra? Your book should be on its way, or maybe to you already. The tome, because we just started shipping out those tomes. So
he said it. He said he got his
Did he?
last pages of the tome the other day.
oh shit, yeah, he did. I
Oh.
missed that. Hell yeah,
I'm
Finatra. Thank
excited
you,
for
brother.
that.
Let me know what you think, man. That's exciting.
Hello, Finn. Finn got LP tome.
Yes.
Did the book show up? I haven't checked my PO box, but I will go check it. Yeah, sorry, I haven't been in like a week. I don't know. I get a lot of stuff. I have I think a lot of books are fulfilling. So I go to my PO box and I got like a stack of like 10 books or some shit, and I'm like, this is great, but I forgot to back all this stuff. I'll go check.
Yeah, I
Thank
got
you.
a Camel's DVD Blu-ray this week. I'm gonna show that off on the stream tomorrow.
Oh, I could go get that right now.
I
Yeah.
should have that. I think that's in my PO box.
I regret not getting a shirt because the shirts look pretty badass, but I didn't get one. Alas, rats.
Sweet.
Maybe there will be another Camel Knights shirt eventually. Maybe I'll be on it.
Maybe. One can dream.
Yeah.
Narwhal, do you have anything to promote?
Just that I might win $1,000 if the Mavericks win.
That's awesome.
Narwhal transitioning from comic artist to sports betting
Professional gambler.
We're witnessing it. Yeah, he's become a professional gambler.
What
In
I
state,
front of
look
our
like one.
what state is the Mavericks?
Yeah.
Cap. Mavericks are Texas.
Oh, nice.
Dallas.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in Texas soon.
Nice.
Oh yeah, for Comicpalooza?
By
Yes,
the
I'll,
way,
I'll be in Houston. There's
the
this-
red
Yeah.
the red tomatoes were my idea.
There you go.
Yeah, let's call it a cereal box. It looks
Oh.
great. I'm gonna open it up.
That's awesome.
Bit of a weird design, Camel. Bit of a weird product design to have the box like this. but-
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
What do you mean? What do you want? Point out that it's weird?
No, why did Campbell design it that way? That's so
Not everyone did like graphic design GCSE where they learned how to make box nets.
Maybe
For-
Okay,
that.
nobody knows what a
Physical products.
GCSE is. Speak American, bro.
But look
Oh,
at
that's
these
cool.
fucking amazing little quiches.
Yeah,
Signed
shout
on
out
the back.
Eric
That's
Hutton.
nice.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Oh
I love
yeah.
these illustrations. I love these little drawings on the back too of them. They
Yeah.
look awesome. And I like the
That's
little
awesome.
painted art. Yeah, they look. I'm not taking them out though. I don't want to take them out of this stuff. And here's the. Can you still get this, or is it fully closed? Look at that hollow on the art. I'm not opening this either. I don't want to open it.
Oh my god.
I don't want to open it,
dude.
Forever.
Jesus Christ. Just open it and watch it.
Open it, rip it apart, throw it against
And
the
look.
wall.
In the cereal box, you even get the animation cell with its
Ooh.
certificate of authenticity,
Badass.
of its certificate of autisticity.
Just this day, very shiny.
There you go. Wait,
Did you-
how does it?
Henry said he's OCD about collectibles. Dude, Jake is the collector, dude. He's got fucking Belle Delphine keyboards and like PewDiePie shit.
My favorite
Oh.
things I own are those animation cells from Sonic the Hedgehog, but
That is actually cool though.
Badass, yeah.
and the Drama Farms postcard.
Yes.
You got the gay sax. Show the sax sticker if you have
I
it.
don't know if I have the gay sex sticker.
Man.
That might have been the different package. I thought I would have got everything by going cereal box, but yeah, I don't think I have a gay sex.
You forgot.
Maybe I can pick up some gay sex around.
You don't
Heroes
have a
time.
gay sex? I'm
Sax.
shocked.
Sax.
Gay sex.
Sax. That's what I said.
Yes.
Down Go Solo said block send me PO boxes. Yeah. Well, Down Go Solo, you have mine. So he wants to send a book. He has shout out to Wrecked, everybody.
Wow.
Down Go Solo has Wrecked coming out soon. He has a sign up for Wrecked. Yeah, it looks amazing. I'm gonna be doing a cover, and he has a preview book that's already done as well. So he's gonna have that at Heroes. So everybody go sign up for that. And yeah, everybody, the rest of the block, send Travis your PO boxes. So
he's just talking about.
Yeah,
I don't have.
Block.
Should I get one?
You should. Yeah.
I just got the bill for
one?
paying for mine again, and I'm considering not paying for it because they're so expensive.
I just use
They are.
my office, like my work. You know.
I need a PO box. Yeah.
Vastin Casey sent me something to my PO box I have to pick up like tomorrow or today. Actually, I could stay up long enough. I could go get it today, and I think I have a sneaking suspicion it's a Hedgehog book, but we'll see.
Ooh.
Semi-free things. Oh, it's a spin-off book. I stand corrected from Down Go Solo. But yeah, check it out. Thank you for the links, Alex. There you go. Well, since Narwhal doesn't have anything else to promote besides from sports ball betting, last but not least, hello, yay, my blog, Fiendish. Oh my gosh, yay.
Fiendish.
Oh. As you all know, Fiendish is my comic, and I have a beautiful, awesome website. Even though I don't have a live campaign, I hope everybody is aware you can order the books all the time. This is permanently up. I have permanent market edition covers that aren't available on the campaign, but that's because I want to make my campaign covers exclusive and collectible items because they're only printed for the campaign. Here are the 3 books of Venus that are already out, and Chapter 2.5 is shipping. People are already getting their 2.5 books. So people are getting the 2.5 books. RJ just packed like 1,000 books. And it wasn't 1,000. It wasn't that much. But it was a lot. It was like most of the combined campaign between the Fun My Comic and Indiegogo. I'm clearly exaggerating. But everything except for the orders with the enamel pin and pendant, which are still being manufactured, those are all going out in short order. And also store orders, people who had ordered the books from the store when they were on pre-order, because I had them on pre-order before I did the latest print run. Your books are going out. I sent out a few before I handed the orders off to RJ, so he'll be fulfilling the rest of those. So everybody should be getting their Fiendish books. And thank you all to everybody who has supported the books. Here's the store. If you missed out and you haven't gotten one of these, then they are right here. I'm sure you'll love it, and you can order them. These should ship right now in like a couple weeks, because I way overprinted a ton of like 1 and 2 books. So because they're permanent covers, I'm going to use them for a future campaign. So I figured I have a ton of 1 and 2 books. We're all in stock. The permanent covers for 2.5 are also in stock. I have a bunch of those. So yeah. There you go. And also check out all the other stuff on the store. I've got a bunch of cool stuff. I made a couple of new posters. Check that out. I did the 2.5 poster, this one here. I made that campaign cover for Chapter 2. I kind of shrunk the logo and made that into a poster. I think that makes a good poster. The map is available on here. That also ships right away. And of course, I have my merch stuff, the standees. Here's the enamel pin. So this is on pre-order, as you can see, because we're still manufacturing that. But you can go ahead and order it. If you miss out on the campaign, you can get it here. This is a video from the factory of the pins. That's the flat look that they're gonna have. That's the final look we're going for. That's why I went through a few iterations, because I was like trying to get them to fix some of the line work and get that flat, clean look on the pins. But yeah, there you go.
They look so good, flat and polished.
Yeah. I'm glad you suggested that, because I was thinking that, but I was like, no, it's not worth the effort. And Jake's like, why aren't you making them flat? Why aren't you doing it? It doesn't look good enough. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And it turned out amazing. So thank you to Jake.
I'm a bit of a Nazi when it comes to pins, like a quality
he
anal retentive
is.
when it comes to pins.
You guys didn't
The
know
only
product,
thing I'll be blunt. The only thing I'll be
product
blunt about is product design. Like, yeah, like,
Dude,
like
product
like,
design is like his thing. You guys don't even understand. Like, I'm just fucking anal about it, fucking everything else. And Jake is like, the pins, the sparkle isn't correct. The line weight, oh my gosh, the Pantone is not this exact Pantone. It doesn't match. Like, but that's your kind of your thing, right? So
Yeah,
no, it's fine. It turned out well.
Jake, you have to help me with my pins.
I would love to. No problem. I'll do it. Like
I
my
caught
interest
the-
with product design goes all the way back to freaking high school. I'll show you something.
Ooh. I've caught a bit of the enamel pin bug. I want to make a bunch more.
Do it.
The other day I was like, oh my gosh, I should add some more, make some more pins and add them to my shop and maybe transfer my shop to Etsy and start selling enamel pins because it's so much fun. I don't have fucking time, guys.
What the
but-
hell is that, Jake?
So when I was a kid, I did comics, and this was the character. His name was Carl Archer, which is before Archer existed. And like, I did electronics and graphic design, and basically, instead of doing individual projects for both of them, I did like a combined project. I made this in electronics, which is like a room guard. You can switch it on and off. Like it has this is like vacuum formed. I made it out of wood and vacuum formed it. Like here are the electronics inside
Oh
from my
my
electronics.
god.
Like
Huh.
if I put a battery in here, it'll work. And basically when there's a light sensor here, and when you walk past it, it just goes beep. It was I had a flick from Bug's Life room guard where you walk past it.
That's actually really cool. I don't even have my old college projects. What the fuck? You still have them?
So I combined it. This is the electronics project. I don't know where it is, but for graphic design, I made a box for it to go in with a vacuum formed plastic thing. And yeah, it went in and it was like a head in a jar. And as you can see,
Battery?
I was like ripping off Simpsons, and then the only thing I changed was like the mouth doesn't connect. So I was like, yeah, great. And totally Fry from Futurama's hair. So
Uh-huh.
complete rip off. But whatever.
It's very original.
Painted with enamel paints that had the best finish to them.
It's not
The
bad,
eyes glow
actually.
red. The eyes glow red, by the way. Those are red LEDs in the eyes.
Oh,
So
those
when
are
it,
cool.
when it goes
like-
beep,
I like Blowhard better.
blowhard.
Yeah, whatever your hedgehog guy name is.
Oh,
Warthog.
blowhog. Yeah, I gotta make a blowhog rune guard.
You need a Blurthog on Blowguard crossover, you two. Needs to happen.
Blowhard. It's the coolest.
Blowhard.
Blowguard, yeah. Very cool. Thanks for sharing your college project. Yeah, so
No,
enamel
this is
pins.
this is high school.
High school. I don't have my old shit from high school. That's
You think
fucking
Jake went to
crazy.
college?
Yeah,
He
I mean,
definitely didn't. Yeah, good point. Of course, chapter 1, 2, and 2.5, you can read previews. I have chapter 1 available digitally, so just click through. Everything is on the website. Just check out the website. It's awesome. I have like world building stuff. Look, I have like character profiles, all kinds of cool shit. But Fiendish is on Global Comics now. You can read it on there, or you can buy a pass to read it on the website. Everything is all set up, and chapter 2 will be on available digitally and on Global Comics later this month. That's my plan. So yeah, there you go. And thank you to
yes.
everybody who has supported Fiendish. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Yay.
Yeah, good.
Jake, did you make that hat?
I didn't make it.
yeah, from Wishes and Dreams.
I'm right.
Wish
That's
for
true.
it.
He wove it from a unicorn tail. But yeah,
Oh,
good
yeah.
show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was decent.
I think we all can improve our fight scenes now.
Yes, I certainly can. That's my whole impetus behind making this and this presentation was, man, I think I want to level up my fight scene so bad. I want Fiendish 3 to absolutely slap, and I'm doing revisions on the fight scenes, and I will ensure that it'll be awesome. I got another super chat. Oh, thank you so much, Nico. I think that's Argentinian.
Dang.
something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's something
200.
Argentinian.
It's 200
not-
osses.
It's not dollars. It's 200 arses. Hi Rini, I just discovered Udio. I don't know who that is. Somebody there made an AI metal song in Tolkien's Kenya and a death metal song in a Mordor tongue. Ooh, they sound pretty good. You could do the same for your language. Funny enough.
AI.
So funny enough that you mentioned that. I got a guy. So hold on. First of all, music costs money. Everything costs money. But I know people. So I've got some video stuff incoming. I filmed a bunch of stuff for the channel, but also I have somebody working on original music for Fiendish. And I thought we weren't going to be able to do any language stuff because we might not still be able to, because I told you about this. I have a song I wrote in the Narsa and I have like a tune and everything for it, but I can't actually sing. Like I sing like shit. So if we're going to get an actual professional vocalist, that's going to cost a lot of money, but we do have somebody doing vocals. And this guy is the guy we think we can get to do vocals. He's Finnish. So we'll probably get some like basic Finnish vocals in the background. We're going to see if Nanarsa is possible. No guarantees, but I'm working on it because I've been wanting original music for the comic forever, and I'm unreasonably excited about this. So, there's like, I don't know if anybody else would care, but to me, it's like, ooh, in my head, I imagine it's an anime, and this is the background music, and this is the opening song and shit. So, yeah, it's just a dream for me. So,
You need your version of Guts theme from Berserk, where it's like, yo,
yeah, it's just like, oh, demons! That'll be the song.
yeah, and Guts is on the roof. He's like, I don't know if this is my path truly in life, but for now, I pledge my sword to Griffith. Yo,
And like Nermal's impersonation of that song is very accurate. Berserk was mentioned. Perfect. All right, we can. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Yeah. I don't know. Am I gonna do a second half? I'm so.
This is it. This is the end of the show. We've been in the second half. What do you mean?
Yeah, we kind of have. Yeah, we kind of have. We have to show the meme. Okay, where's the meme? I'll show the meme and then we'll be good. Okay.
Okay.
Where is the
That's
meme?
hilarious. You think the show is winding down? It's just like, so shall we go into the second? I suppose yes. Let's do another 3 hours.
I mean, I normally would be able to talk for another 3 hours, but maybe not today. Is there a meme? I don't see one yet.
I haven't
Alex,
seen
say
one
that.
yet.
Alex.
Yeah. Alex, you
I don't
can
know
do
if he's in the chat.
Yay!
Oh, he said he'll post what he has.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no rush.
Boy.
Well, we can do a fake second half. Play the
Right.
video while waiting.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll play the cat video. Okay, we're gonna have a official second half. Anyways, let's go. Thank you for the background music. The second 20 minutes, yes. Yay! Humor me.
I wish I had the
Show your
box for
art.
that thing. The box for that thing I showed is like, it's basically half a cylinder and it has a clear window in it, so it looks like a head in the jar from Futurama.
Oh yeah.
That sounds cool.
Budget.
I mean, I honestly, I have some pretty cool. You know what? Okay, Down Go Solo wants us to show art. I will show off something, not original art, but I have some. Let me show you guys. I'll fill the time while Alex is pulling up his meme. Take your time, Alex, because I am gonna pimp my normal website. Look, I have like another whole website that people don't really, I never really talk about. So we're gonna go there, and I have old art on there. So here, yeah, I have this website that's like all my other stuff aside from Fiendish, but what's important is I have a shop. So check this out. Look,
Another
I have
one?
a store. No, this is the store envy here.
Change the okay.
Yeah, this is a store envy. Yeah, I kind of revamped it a little, but I've been considering switching to Etsy, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. I just don't have time. Store envy is honestly a really good platform. It just the marketplace isn't as well known as Etsy. But anyways, I do have this store. It's byrini.storeenvy.com, and this is just my miscellaneous gobbledygook stuff outside of Fiendish, and I have a bunch of old art prints. You can get my a poster of my regrowth cover, and you can also get the art book there. So a little bit of crossover. I have Fiendish 1 and 2, but not too much of the other stuff, and like some little apparel. But yeah, just my other shit outside of Fiendish. Also, these leather keychains that I technically I should probably put these on hold because I'm too busy to make these, but these are made to order. I put these on there when I started doing leather work. I thought it was a cool item to have available. Yeah, I love doing them, but like I almost never have time and I always take forever to fulfill them, and I do apologize, but I do really love doing these. I love doing leather work. I miss doing it so much, but it is on the store. If someone wants to commission me for it and doesn't mind waiting a little bit, then that is available. So, and this is all these prints here. Let me open this. This is old art that I did back in college, and it's a bit of a different style, but people seem to really like it. So I put it up on the store. You can get this as a print. So
It's pretty badass.
We have a meme.
We have a meme.
Oh, we have a meme! Yay! Okay, fuck my old art. Let's look at the meme.
I didn't bring it. That's not why I brought it up, but okay.
Let's pull up that meme.
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
let's move on.
Well, fuck all of you. Oh,
Listen, Alex slaved over the last
Over,
3 hours.
Yeah,
shows
he
us
did.
my ex-wife
will-
wearing that dress on your site. Jesus.
That's your ex-wife?
He's breaking convention. He's out of control.
Oh yeah, that is his ex-wife.
I guess I don't. Yeah, sure. I totally know what your ex-wife looks like, Shelby. Yeah, very accurate. Anyways.
That's creepy.
Looks like
Anyways,
my
I don't.
current wife.
Your current wife? That's totally real.
But look, Alex is breaking convention with the meme. Oh, I'm gonna
I'm
sneeze.
trying to find it.
He's
Yeah,
breaking into conventions?
Yeah.
What?
You shouldn't do that, Alex. He's breaking convention, and you'll see why.
I see. Hold on. This is great. Okay.
Break.
I need to open this in a new tab. Okay.
We all look great, by the
There we go.
way.
This is amazing. Add. Yes, he did a whole comic page.
Is this a
So
fight scene?
It's a spread.
Irene,
Amazing. What?
have you seen what's the fucking film? Have you seen Anchorman?
No.
Okay.
Of course
Then
I
she won't
haven't.
get.
Why do you ask these questions when you know the answer?
This is the fight scene from Anchorman, where all of the news anchor teams meet up in a back alley and start murdering each other.
Look, it's
Is that actually what happens?
Ku Klux Klams in the back there.
Oh my god. Okay,
Oh
hold
my
on.
god. So Phil is what's the actor that plays that guy?
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller. Yeah, there we go. You got it. Phil's Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller's great.
Noel is
Steve Carell.
yes.
Oh, it is. Kukul's Klan is there.
Irene is blonde
Why?
woman.
Is that that was a blonde woman in the movie? Why is Vaughn being Caesared over here? Like, what's happening?
He's
That might be-
being beaten to death.
I don't understand why. Why he's not even on the show today?
Why does he look like he's being beaten to death? Like, why did Vaughn make that face?
I know. What is that from? What is going? How'd you get that image? Oh my gosh!
From one of his short films.
Probably, yeah. All right, let's.
Is
let's
that
do
is this Camaro?
Yeah, let me get my other
it.
avatar.
Were
Yeah,
you
you've got to
sure?
There we go.
Yeah, it is.
you've
Yeah.
got to read your voice line out, Chimera.
I
Yeah.
did try it. I ran out of energy.
That's the most monotone read.
Wait,
What
that
Like a Mara, what else do you want?
It also fits because it's Luke Wilson, who's also terrible at acting.
Okay, at least you're self-aware. All right.
Do we then here? A shark jumps out of the water and bites his leg, so he sprays him with bat shark repellent. That's true. That happened.
Amazing. I don't know the reading order at all, so we're gonna go with normal.
He slams into a pool table and the balls go everywhere.
Is that a grenade? Someone had a grenade.
Yeah. it's gotta-
Yes.
I guess I need to watch this movie. Wait, I guess it's reading order. I'm very confused with the reading order. Okay, so here in the middle is Vaughn being beaten to death by a crowd.
A vibrator.
The
A
vibrator.
vibrator, Ku Klux Klan, and
Kyle
Shake's
Archer?
Baseball Project. Yeah, Kyle.
Call Archer.
Carl.
Kyle Archer. Okay.
What I mean, really, what is that? Is that from his interview with himself?
Yeah, it's Vaughn when he interviewed himself and then graped himself as well. And that's
He interviewed
what?
himself.
the grape.
Who would be better to interview Vaughn than Vaughn, Irene? This
You didn't know? You never seen the Vaughn interviewing Vaughn video that he made?
No.
And then he e-fapped it.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Vaughn, what are you doing?
He's the only person on earth that would do that.
Okay, yeah, maybe it was for that. Well done. Good job making it into a meme, even though you're not on the show. So fucking confused. Okay.
Say the line, bot.
What the fuck is happening? Sorry, a pop-up. Fight scenes are hard. The end. I feel like every boy has tried it.
Oh. Take out of context.
So, yeah, a little out of context. That's fine. That's what we're here for, being taken out of context. Jake, you're last.
Did Noel do his?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, I must have spaced out.
Literally.
Maybe I can have some gay sex. Thanks.
Your mic cut out.
Did his mic cut out right after gay sax? Just
Everyone
like
loves
else.
gay sex.
No, Jake, it was so funny because your mic cut out, so it sounded like you said everything except around here sometime.
Yeah. You missed the ending of the sentence.
Oh shit! Wait a minute. I was supposed to press this. Okay, wait. Sorry, my mic cut out for no reason of no fault of my own.
It was definitely your fault. Good job.
Maybe I can have some gay sex around here sometime.
There you go. It worked. It worked.
He cut out his mic. Okay, brilliant.
It worked.
Thank you, Alex. That was great. I love these
Everyone loves
Hobbit
gay
style memes. Yeah. Well said. Especially Jake. Good meme. Thank you. It's clipped. Yes. And to answer, Shelby wants a letterer. The letterer who did this. I assume it's Alex. So Alex, get into contact with Shelby. You're now a letterer. Down Goes Solo asks, what if I want an original leather drawing? Yeah, sure. No, I love doing leather work. I want to take commissions for leather work, but I'm like, at this point, there will be a wait because I basically just filled up my commission list for almost the rest of the year. I'm just going to say the rest of the year because I have a tendency to overload myself with work. So, but yeah, I really like leather work stuff. So besides from covers, if anybody wants pyrography or leather work, I guess I can open up a few slots of commissions, but it'll be months and months. But there you go. I gotta put those skills to use somehow. I just got all these tools lying there. I never get to use them. I feel bad.
Do it.
There you go. Do it. Yay. All right. I think that about does it. Thank you everybody for joining us for another episode of Creative Block. This was a very enjoyable show. And thank you to everybody on the panel for being here. Thank you to Kamira for coming on and pimping your comic.
No problem.
Everybody go back. All the books on here. Testament, Lost Pages 3. Sign up for Carnal. Go follow Narwhal. I guess he has an eBay store. And follow me.
And pray for me.
Yeah, pray for Narwhal because he is now a professional sports bettor. So that's his new source of income. So give him luck and go check out Fiendish. You can buy Fiendish merch and other goodies on fiendishcomic.com. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Next week, is it Narwhal's channel?
No, we switched.
I think it's me.
Jake? Jake.
Yeah,
Jake's
it's
channel
Jake.
next week. Tomorrow, Diaz Brothers show. I'm going to have Toma Reckoning back on. And then you're streaming, right? Tomorrow, Irene?
Yeah, my stream with Ali should be after the Diaz Bros. So
Nice.
I might do a little stream just before you fell and right into you.
Dude, that would be awesome. Yeah, do
I
that.
might do a Carnal update tomorrow.
Kick ass.
Shocked.
Yeah, I'll be there.
shocked
watching.
I am. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.